Turn off the music. Prende tu voz. Esto es Acapella, the podcast, hosted by DJ Frikiao and friends.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Acapella.
welcome to the podcast that has the entire industry talking, that has the entire Latin music industry talking. Holy shit. Hay como 10,000 podcasts de reggaetón y de música urbana, pero de música tropical estamos aquí haciendo un trabajo para por lo menos mantener nuestra música al frente y mantener nuestra música en la conversación. So we're here. Thank you to everybody who has connected and who has given us the feedback week after week. And seguimos trabajando para ustedes. Seguimos trabajando, trying to make improvements, trying to make feedback based on your feedback. Today, it is our last episode of this season. Sí, porque ya estamos en season ahora. Estamos modernos. Today is the last episode that we're going to put out for this season. We're going to take a little break because this shit is a lot of work. And we're going to come back on season 2. And we have a lot of guests already scheduled for season 2. It's going to be amazing. But tonight, esta noche, antes de que lo entre aquí a la pantalla, si ustedes saben que estamos conversando con diferentes artistas, productores, we're talking to everybody. So, este señor es el co-creador de Fulanito. Sabe que ya hemos conversado con el otro creador, con su ex socio. Y también teníamos planificado conversar con otro integrante del grupo Fulanito que me canceló la entrevista porque no sé si escuchó algo que no le gustó, no sé. Pero vamos a entrar en lo que sea la realidad de cada uno. So, sin más preámbulo, vamos a traer aquí a la pantalla a mi hermano, el científico, Winston de La Rosa. Mierda, pero qué maldita pámpara tú tienes.
Oye, pero estamos en vivo. Are we live? Oh, that's weird. That's weird people.
It's gonna, yeah.
Man, I missed that, man.
Coño, pero qué maldita pámpara.
Hey. Dímelo, Frikiao.
My brother. How are you, my brother?
I'm very good. How are you, brother?
I'm good, bro. It's a pleasure talking to you here. You know, I am very, very thankful, first of all, that you decided to do this and you came on. And I know that our Latino culture right now needs to stay in the conversation. Y la música de nosotros, la música tropical, la bachata, el merengue, la salsa, tiene que mantenerse en la conversación. Y definitivamente sin ninguna pregunta alguna, Fulanito es una agrupación aquí de Nueva York, pero conocida en el mundo, that definitely deserves their place in music history. So, you know, let's definitely get started. We have a lot to talk about.
Let's get it on.
We have a lot to talk about. So, all right. So you started doing music when? When did you know, I mean, your father's a legend. Your whole family, you come from a whole line of musicians. So Tell me a little bit about your family's history in music and then how you became inspired to do music.
Well, as the story goes, there was one of my family members way back. His name was Nico Lora. He was credited for creating the merengue. Way back when there was no electronics. It was just el acordeoncito, la guira, la tambora. As the story goes, Trujillo, which was a dictator of the Dominican Republic, was passing through one of those campos, and he heard him on the side of the road, and he felt it. He was like, wow, what is that? And they told him, no, eso es un estilo de música de esta región del Cibao. And Cibao is up north of the Dominican Republic.
Yeah.
Trujillo, he liked it. So he took Nico Lora is related to my grandmother, like very far away from my grandmother.
Yeah.
So he took him with him. Y ya tú sabes, a parrandear se ha dicho con ese trío de tigre y vaina.
Yeah. So then how did you become inspired by music? Your father, obviously, you know,
my dad, yeah.
El maestro.
My dad is Arsenio de La Rosa, el maestro.
Yeah.
He was a prodigy when he was a child. And he was very famous like in the 40s and 50s. They used to put him on the national radio show. And he was just, I think he was like 10 years old or something like that. And he used to play accordion and with a big band in the back. And he was a big star, a child star. And he used to tell me all those stories when we were kids. And, you know, I tried my hand at the accordion, but it didn't work.
Okay.
Lo dedo no lo tenía. I didn't have the fingers, man.
All right.
I actually, you know, music was always there. You know, every morning our alarm clock was the accordion, my father playing the accordion, ever since I can remember.
Yeah.
He used to play a lot of old Cuban records, Sonora Matancera, and just a bunch of old Cuban 45s. And he used to play them, right?
Yeah.
A lot of that stood with me when I started producing for Fulanito. I remember that smooth swing of the Cubans, and he used to play a lot of vallenato. He had a lot of Colombian friends that used to come to the house, and they used to play their music too. And I was just a little snot-nosed kid with my brothers, and we would hear all of that. But later on, I was born and raised in the Bronx, so that wasn't really cool. In school, that music wasn't cool.
Sí, porque la música típica, it was like for Hicks, you know. I mean, let's just right.
Yes.
I'm
a Hick, bro. I'm proud to say it, bro.
I mean, listen, you know, it was, you know, mucho, you know, you hear los campesinos, los bodegueros, you know, there's like this whole stigma of música típica. Like música típica, la música típica en los bodegueros is like synonymous. It's two things, you know, and people always say that. So, you know, to your point, definitivamente la música típica no era algo como que it was hip, it was cool. But then here you come and fuse it with this new sound. So before we start talking about that, how did you really start doing music? And then did you start now recording? Were you like an engineer? Were you a musician? What was your role?
My first dabble with hip hop was in my block where I grew up. They used to throw jams in the park at night.
Yeah.
And my apartment where I grew up was on Walton Avenue, right across the street from the park.
Okay.
So when it turned nighttime, they used to steal light from the poles of the park, and muchachos tiraban una clase de rumboni allá arriba. And I used to hear all those old groups that used to come by with the Zulu Nation and the Grandmaster Flash. All of those guys used to perform before they were famous in a park across the street from where I lived. And it was something about that music that I just loved it. But later on, in high school, I went to high school with Fat Joe, with Lord Finesse, this rapper, this underground super.
Yeah, I know him.
Rapper Lord Finesse, and a few other guys, and they would rap in the lunchroom, and a lot of that later on became very valuable, and the production of Fulanito. So there was something with the music, and I just loved the music, and it directed me to go to this school called Institute of Audio Research.
IAR, yeah.
IAR at 14th Street in Manhattan.
Yep.
And then there I learned how to engineer. After that, I got a job with, one of my best friends of all time and my mentor, DJ Jazzy J from the mighty Zulu Nation.
Damn.
He was the one that, he took me under his wing and he showed me how to do underground hip hop records. And I'm forever grateful to Jazzy J and my other boy, Rocky Buchanan, who used to work with Uptown Records and Puffy and all those guys. They took me under their wing and they took care of me, So also Busy B, I got to shout out my boy Busy B, Grand Poobah, another one too.
Coño, but you go back, bro. You talking Brand Nubians now. Coño, this might be a whole nother podcast.
All the guys from Brand Nubians. I used to work in my first studio was in Allington Avenue with Jazzy J Records.
Yeah.
Strong City Records, and there was nothing but hip hop there. I got to meet LL up there. I got to work with Ice-T, Brand Nubian. I got to work with so many great acts from the 90s,
Yeah, that's crazy,
Diamond
man.
D,
I didn't know that.
Diamond D, my boy Diamond D. One of the first records I was ever on was with Diamond D, Best Kept Secret. So it was a lot of love back then, man. I'm forever grateful for all those guys,
So you had like a lot of influences in hip hop. You had a lot of like your foundation for music was hip hop.
Yeah, it was part hip hop, but it was also part my family too. It was weird. It was a little weird. Like looking at it now, it's kind of weird that in my house I would hear perico ripiao full, donde no se escuchaba en ninguna otra lugar que no sea cibaño. And then in the streets it would be straight hip hop. So like I said, that was very key to the creation of Fulanito later on.
Okay. All right, so let's recap real quick para las personas que están conectando. So las influencias tuyas fueron en tu casa, obviamente, your dad, el gran maestro Arsenio de la Rosa, hacía música, he played the accordion. You're straight típico head in your house. You're listening to everything, right? But outside of your home, you will go and you went to learn engineering. You went to IAR para aprender a ser ingeniero. And then you start linking up with all these guys who were in the hip hop world. So ahora te introducen a lo que es en el mundo de hip hop. But then you go home and you're listening to Típico, which is a dope ass fusion, bro.
Yeah, it was kind of unique. No,
yeah,
I didn't really know anybody else that did it that way or had it like that.
Yeah. Yo creo, on some real shit, and this is a lot of like the feedback that I've gotten here. There's a lot of us like that, que we grew up here, la familia de nosotros, de República Dominicana, o de Colombia, o de Puerto Rico. It doesn't matter where our family's from, pero because we, as children, grew up here, when we go home, we hear the típico de bachata, de merengue, de salsa, vallenato, cumbia, but then we go outside y escuchamos a Madonna, LL Cool J, Run DMC. So we're influenced by all these musical things. So it's a beautiful thing to be a Latino growing up in the United States. It's a beautiful thing. And that goes for Mexicans too. They are influenced by their parents, and you know what I mean? So like that goes for every nationality that is categorized as Latino living in the generational here in United States. So anyway, sorry, I didn't want to get into all that nerdy shit. But
that's awesome. No, that's awesome. That's an awesome fact, man.
Yeah. So so it's a beautiful thing, bro, to be who we are and have the upbringing that we did and be influenced by so many musical things. So all right, so then let's talk about how you linked up with Dose, and you guys linked up together, and then you created this project. Well, I guess before Fulanito, he was mentioning that you guys did another project together. So you can just do a quick recap of that, how you and him linked up. What was your first project together?
The way I linked up with Dose was in this studio downtown in Murray Street, 19 Murray Street, called INS Recording.
Okay.
That's where Wu-Tang recorded their first stuff. Keith Sweat, I don't know if you remember Keith Sweat.
Yeah.
just a lot of 90s acts came out of that studio. And one day, the secretary told me, "Hey, I got these clients coming in. They speak Spanish, and you're the only Spanish engineer. You want to do it?" I was like, "Yeah, whatever."
Coño, is that like a little racist though? We here hey, we have some clients coming in, but we have Winston. Coño, coño, we could never get away from that shit, bro.
Hey, but it was destiny, it was destiny, because I was like, whatever, I'll work it. I don't. So the engineer couldn't come. So the engineer, you remember the X Clan?
X Clan. I can't say that I do, bro.
They were, if you hear the tracks, you'd be like, oh snap, yeah. So they actually, they actually beat him up. They beat up the engineer because he didn't want to give him the 2-inch. Back in the days, we used to record 24 tracks on these big 2 inches, and he had the key to the locker room, and they wanted the 2 inches. But they didn't pay. They didn't pay the session.
Yeah.
So I think they choked him out and they beat him up, and so he couldn't make it for these guys' session. And they called me, and I was like, all right, yeah, let's go, let's do it. And I'm getting ready for the session, and Roger Pauletta, which was one of the original members of Two in a Room, which was a group that Dose was in, he saw me, and he went and got Dose. And he went and got all the guys, actually, and he told them, look, I think that guy's Dominican. And I was like, sí, pero claro. And I had $1, un peso dominicano, I think it was, or un medallón que tenía el escudo.
Yeah.
They saw that. They were like, holy shit, you're Dominican, bro. I was like, yeah. And we kicked it off. And that night, Roger invited me to the Tunnel, this club, the Tunnel.
Yeah.
Where they were going to perform or something. And then when I started hanging out with them, and, from then on, they would call me. Every session, they would call me. No, we want the Spanish kid. We want the Spanish kid. Because I was mad young, man.
So what kind of music were you recording there? You were recording the Two in a Room stuff?
House stuff, yeah.
It was house. So Roger Pauletta.
I did a track called She Got Me Going Crazy with this keyboard player, Eric Cupper. That was his name. Eric Cupper. We were setting up and everything. And then the guys came in, Dose and the other guys came in. And that's when they saw me. Oh shit, Dominicano. And we kicked it off, and it was awesome, man. I started hanging out with them, and
was Roger Dominican too?
Yes, Roger was Dominican.
Oh, he was. Oh, okay. I think Dose mentioned him the other day. Yeah.
He was very well known. He was he used to do a lot of edits. Back in the days they had the reel to reel, and they used to cut it with.
You had to slice them with the slip with the razor blade and whatnot.
Roger was the king, and he did stuff with Rolling Stones, with the Michael Jackson's sister. What's her name?
Janet Jackson.
With Janet Jackson, and forget it, man. The names he worked with go on and on, and Chep Nunez too, which was another one of Roger's peoples. Those guys were masters. I would come into the studio and they would have the reel to reel all over, man. And Roger would have it all over his neck. It looked crazy. Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
He would make it work,
Yeah.
Oh, they did. Remember Luke, Doodoo Brown.
Yeah.
Doodoo Brown. Okay, that was them that they took the actual master on the reel to reel and they chopped it up and they made that record what it is now, what you hear now.
Diablo. Yeah, I mean that I had Baron
Dominican
Lopez.
power, baby.
I had Baron Lopez on here. He did a podcast with me, which was like 7 hours, believe it or not. Y Baron explicó la ciencia from chopping up those 2-inch reel to reel and splicing. He had, if anybody wants to learn or I guess understand the history of how music was edited before software, you can go back on our YouTube channel and check out the Baron Lopez interview. He explained that shit like it's like no one I ever seen explain it to me. It was
the Latin Rascals, remember them?
Yeah, of course.
They were masters too, cutting up the tape and all that stuff. Those guys were badass, and I don't think they got enough credit, man. There was a lot of records that were playing on the radio Yeah, it was the artist, but you know, there was another secret process, which was the editing, the splicing, and all of that.
Yeah,
They turned it into what you hear on the radio now.
yeah. All right. So then Roger Pauletta comes in. They kept calling you for all the sessions. You now were with these guys, and now they're producing the music, or you're just the engineer. You're the engineer. You weren't producing any of the music at that point, right?
No. In the beginning, they were producing the music. Roger was producing. Dose was producing as well. Dose used to bring his MPC and produce his stuff. He used to have a guy called Eric Cupper, super famous guy, man. Shout out to Eric Cupper. He was the one that did RuPaul. You know RuPaul?
Yeah, of course.
All the music for RuPaul. Just forget it. If you look at his list, it's like incredible, you know. So that was a hit team, along with Aldo Marin, which was another. He's another beast, man. Aldo Marin is one of the godfathers of New York style house music.
By the way, Aldo will be here at season 2, guys.
Yeah. Yo, he got all the knowledge, bro.
Yeah.
Aldo got all the knowledge, man.
Yeah. So, all right. So then you started doing stuff with them, and then when did you and Dose start linking up, and you know, when did you guys kind of became a relationship, pretty much?
Well, we started working together with my cousin Moses in Roger's house. He used to live in Belleville in New Jersey, and he had a really nice duplex there, and he had equipment. And we would all go with Boogie Lou, my boy Boogie Lou, Dose, everybody would just go. And, bro, it would just be a crazy.
The entourage.
No, loco, pero qué locura, loco. Ahí había mujeres, droga, bebida, una sabrosura encendida, loco. Ahí, y ahí salían unos discos, loco, que we used to produce them there, and Roger used to take them, because Roger knew all the DJs, man, all the top guys. Roger used to take the demo straight to the guys and play them in the clubs, and the clubs would be like this. And come on, we're going to test it. And we would go and test stuff. It was great, man. It was awesome.
Damn. So, all right. So,
I'm sorry. Getting back to your question.
Yes.
It was kind of murky, because I don't remember when me and him worked for the first time, because there was a lot of us working together. It would be 24 hours. Like, I would start a beat, and Roger would come in and add something, and the other guy, and let me, you like this or you don't, and Dose would come in and add his little vocals, and it was just a lot of us working together. And also, shout out to Boogie Ray too. He was down with that. My boy Ejo, a lot of us, man. It was just a cool vibe, man. I think the first time I worked with Dose was on a record. Officially, it was on a record that we did called Windows International. That was the production team, Windows International. Okay. And we did a few tracks. It was an EP. And on one of them, it was a song called Cepillo. But it wasn't the Cepillo that you hear now with the accordion.
Okay.
It was a house track. And that it was on wax. We pressed it up ourselves, and we started distributing ourselves, and the record kind of took off a little bit. And
so Windows International, was that his company? Because it sounds, or is that,
no, me, Winston, and Dose.
So you guys created that company together?
Yeah, we created it together, and because at that time we used to create a lot of different things. It wasn't just like we're stuck on one thing. We used to do a lot of different groups. We even had a group called Willie Whammis, and it was Dose solo by himself. We had another group called Lo Montro, which was it was.
So ustedes eran como productores, and you were like the Neptunes, como quien dice.
Yeah, we were like the
right?
Dominican Neptunes.
Yeah. You were like the Neptunes, and you guys were just putting out shit. And fuck it, let's just put this shit out. Let's keep putting that shit out. Boom. And then one day you guys come into the realization like, let's do something together. So then the 740 Boys was born, correct?
Well, no. Before that, Victor Vargas and Danny Vargas, the Vargas brothers, rest in peace.
Yeah.
They came in with a track Well, actually, this guy named Ruben showed a track with Elvin. Elvin and Ruben came in, and they showed a track that later on became El Trago. Aquí yo quiero un trago.
Yeah.
So
Willie,
we worked on that track.
Willie Wamas from Paramus. Is that was
yeah.
Yeah,
That was one of like 100 different groups that we did.
Yeah, those just commented on that right now.
Yo, pero loco, de verdad, estábamos fuera de una nota, ya tú te imaginas, loco. Ahí había de dos clases de vaina, loco. Mujeres, man, it was insane, bro. But it was beautiful because we were taking the insanity and putting it on wax.
Yeah.
And that's how you hear all that a lo foque, como digamos nosotros. We would just say, yeah, do it, whatever. We would hear a song on the radio. I want to do one. Okay, let's do one. And it was like that. It was like no boundaries at all. And there was no interference from a record label.
Yeah.
Or any money. Nothing was an issue.
You were just ustedes estaban creando.
Graba, hacía lo loco, lo que salga, like that. It wasn't no set, whatever, you know.
Yeah. Okay, so then you did Trago. Then after El Trago, what was next?
After Trago, we did another song called Ahora Es. It was another two-in-a-room track. During all that time, we started recording with bass records. Like I used to love bass records, especially Luke. You remember back in the days there was a TV show or a channel called Video Music Box?
Yeah, Ralph McDaniels.
No, not Ralph McDaniels. It was another. I don't know Video Music, but I don't remember which one was it. That you paid like $1 and you whatever video you wanted to play, they'll play.
Oh, something like Jukebox or some shit.
Jukebox, yeah.
Yeah.
That was owned by Luke from Miami and some other guy. And his videos would have these girls with these big asses and these big titties. And, bro, we would watch them all day long, man. And I was like, damn, I gotta do one of those records, man. So I put together a record, like a bass, Miami bass. And I showed it to Dose, and I was like, yo, come on, we doing bass, bro. And he was like, damn, what the hell? I was like, you know what? I saw something on TV. There was these ladies, and they were talking, and they were moving. And, oh, yeah, you got to shake that shimmy, baby. I was like, that's pretty slick. So I told Dose, yeah, say something with shimmy shake, but do it with the Luke, that high Luke voice. And we played Luke for a little bit. He heard it, and then he was like, I think I can do it. Then we started experimenting, and boom, he got it.
And Shimmy Shake was born.
And Shimmy Shake was born, but it was bass. It was a bass record. Then later on, DJ Constantino Padovano from Italy, shout out to Constantino, he heard the bass version, and he asked Aldo, hey, can I get the acapellas to this? Because we took it to Cutting Records, and Cutting put it out on the compilation. It was a compilation Cutting Records put out. And he heard it, this Italian DJ, Constantino Padovano, he heard it and he said, wow, the vocals. So he took the vocals, the acapellas from Aldo after asking him, and he remixed it into a house version. And then he played it in Italy, and they were going crazy in Italy. And, the rest was history. It started in Italy, and then we went everywhere, man.
So now
that was the 740 Boys.
That was how'd you guys? I forgot to ask him the other day. How'd you guys came up with the name 740 Boys?
Well, that was a group that was my group. I had a group with my cousins, and we recorded some house stuff, and it was a lot of us, bro. We were really primos for real. Like we were a lot. Maybe 30, more than 30. And we would just record and do bugged out stuff. So, we stuck with, I used the name. I was like, let's just use this name. We already started putting a couple of records underground, but it was that record that really took off.
How'd you come up with the name? Was it like the BMW 740? Like, how'd you come up with the name?
740 is the building where we grew up at in the Bronx.
Oh, coño, tú ves, interesante eso.
Yeah. And we had a little recording studio there. So everybody used to go through there. Even Romeo and Lenny, all those guys, they went through that studio too, as the teenagers.
Oh shit! Damn.
Yeah.
All right, so then, okay, so 740 Boys, now, ustedes siguen, now you guys are doing stuff at 740 Boys. He's also doing other stuff as Two in a Room. He's out there doing his thing. Now, from what he mentioned, you guys then start traveling. He starts traveling. Everybody's doing their thing. You guys are out somewhere either in Germany or in France, and you run into Proyecto Uno. And Dose then sees Proyecto Uno. He goes, "Coño, we could probably do some shit like that." You know, and I mean, I'm just recounting what he mentioned. So then I'm trying to just jump into how Fulanito was born. He then mentioned that he sees Proyecto Uno. He became sort of inspired by that boy band situation. And I also heard another interview that you did, that you guys saw them out there somewhere, and you were like, "Yo, these guys could dance their ass off. We need to like be able to dance like these guys." So how did you recall Fulanito being born?
Well, I was already, my dad was a musician, and he had a lot of 45s laying around. And I remember buying a S950. That was the first sample I had. So I bought this Akai S950, and I started sampling my dad's records, and I started putting house tracks on the top of my father's stuff, but it didn't sound too good because it was so fast. But I was like, era tan rápido esa vaina that it was very difficult to kind of combine it with house music. So I did a few tracks. They sounded okay. My cousins were going crazy. Oh my God. This is before I even showed it to Dose and before Fulanito. I was already dabbling with Perico Ripiao, and I didn't try hip hop, but I definitely tried. I remember my brother too. He reminded me. He said, "Yeah, I remember that track." There was a track that the family used to play a lot at my house over there in the Bronx, and I heard it. I used to hear it, and I'm like, "Really, you guys like that?" Because it was really fast, and I wasn't, Perico Ripiao, puro Perico Ripiao. That shit is like 1,000 miles an hour.
Claro.
So, but they loved it. They loved it. And so I kept experimenting here and there. But I remember, yes, we were out there as 740 Boys. And we were in a country called Tunisia, which is an Arab country out in the Middle East. And we heard Sandy Papo. Sandy Papo, the song was, Me gusta el mueve, mueve. Me gusta el mueve, mueve. So I heard that track. I was like, "Oh, isn't that real to real in Spanish?" And then it came in, bum, 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 bum. And the weed and the tambor, I was like, "Holy smokes.
These niggas jacked this shit."
Bro, I was shocked. It sounded so good, man. Sonically, they mixed it in with the black box. Everybody.
Yeah.
Like, that record is, bro,
that was a huge record, yeah.
Yeah, that one, and I Got the Power, all that. And then they played Sandy Papo right there. I was like, man, did they just play merengue together with all these top 10 songs? And I'm like, holy smokes. And then they played that same night, they played Proyecto Uno too. I was like, what the hell? Because we would go to clubs and it would be just English. But that night they would go, it must have been like a Spanish DJ that knew about all this stuff. Because we were in the Middle East, bro.
Yeah.
We were like in Africa somewhere. And this dude was rocking all the Spanish stuff. I'm like, I was in shock. Freak out. I was like this. I was like, my mind was blown. And me and Dos just looked at each other. It's like, holy shit. We got to step up our game with this shit. So as soon as we got back, we started experimenting. And I do recall his father, I think Dos told his father that my father was Arsenio de La Rosa. And his father was, wait a minute, Arsenio de La Rosa? The Arsenio de La Rosa that used to be in Casa Borinquen and, New York Casino and Latin Quarters and all these big clubs in the 70s. And, I guess he said, oh, shit, you guys got to work with that guy right there. And we bought my dad in the studio. And I used I tried to get some guys to play guira and tambora, but it wasn't really clicking. What I did what I do recall was I used to go to Downtown Records and all these places where they used to sell the vinyls in the Village and all those areas.
Yeah.
And my cousin Dyke used to work in Downtown Records, and I told him, yo, let me get some stuff that I need records to sample and to experiment. I'm producing this group, Fulanito. No, it wasn't. I didn't even know yet. I was like, I'm just producing songs, Latin stuff. What do you got? And he showed me a couple, and one of them he showed me was Nori Cotto and Johnny Famulari. They had a song on side A. I can't recall, but on side B, they had this song called El Bing Bing.
Yeah. Tócame el Bing Bing.
Yeah. I heard that. I was like, yo, that shit is kind of hot. So I heard the track and I was like, damn, those drums are banging, man. The way he mixed it and he put all that together, I was like, man, this is coming home with me. So I took that.
You took Johnny's sample. You pretty much sample his shit.
The B-side, yeah, Johnny Famulari and then Johnny Cotto. I had to do it, man. That shit was hot, man. That was a hot record. Man, I never heard something like that before because I was trying to accomplish it myself, but I couldn't do it with live instruments. But somehow he did it. So I was like, oh, this is good.
That drum sound.
Yeah, that sounded like some tribal shit, like some house tribal shit. I was like, oh, this is hot, man. So I took that and I added my boy Chinito. He came in, he added extra percussions on it. That's why our sample sounds kind of full because we did add extra percussions on top. So we started experimenting, and I do recall Dose saying, testing 1, 2, guayando. I was like, what did you say? I was like, oh, let's hear it back. I played it back, and you could hear Dose go 1, 2, 1, 2, guayando. I was like, holy shit, that should have stayed. That should have stayed right there. And from then on, we just started producing the record. My dad came in on top of the beat, and he played a lot of different songs. And one of them, I remember when I was a kid, I told Pops, hey, play that song you play to close out the show. What's that song you play? And he says, esto es, boom. So he played La Chiflera. I was like, yes, that's the one. And then Dose came in and added his vocals, and the rest was history.
Wow. So now, you guys at that point, that's how Gozadera Total, which is the original song, the name of the song, was born, and you guys then renamed it to Guayando. Okay.
Yeah, look at this. Can you see this?
Yeah. Damn.
You know what that is, right?
Yeah. Let me see. Put that up on the screen again. That's the original DAT from the record?
That's right.
Damn.
And then we had to do a couple of mixes. Here we go.
Holy shit. That's Guayando there. That means, holy shit, man.
We cleaned it up. Aldo was the one that said, listen, you got to do an instrumental, an acapella, this, that, blah, 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 blah. Aldo put us to work, bro.
Wow.
He put us to work.
That's amazing, man. Bro.
I got all the original stuff, man.
Holy shit.
I got all that stuff. Look, let me show you. How much you think this is worth?
Damn, let me see what you got in there. Are those all your records? That's
Fulanito original Dats. And 2 in a Room original Dats, 740 original Dats. And that's one box. There's another box over there.
Coño, pues tú tienes toda esa vaina ahí chilling.
Hey, man, I produced all those records, bro.
Shit. All right. So then you put that record out.
Let me tell you. No, wait. So there's a nice, interesting story that hardly it's not even spoken about. Dose was 2 in a Room at the time, and he was still signed as 2 in a Room. Fulanito, when we did it, we were beginning to dabble in the record company thing, and we decided to put it out under our label called Windows International.
Yeah.
And we started showing it to a few people, and one of the persons that we showed it to was Marvin from BMG. And Marvin, he didn't really understand it. He was like, it sounds funky, but let me just hold on to this and show it around and see what people say. So Marvin took it to the Winter Music Conference. Remember that?
Yes, Miami.
In Miami. He took it to Miami. And one of the people that he showed Guayando, it was Guayando and Novela. One of the people that he showed it to was Aldo. But he didn't tell Aldo it was Dose. And of course, when Aldo heard it, he was like, wait a minute, who's that rapping right there? And Marvin told him, oh yeah, that's a new artist I'm about to sign. We actually got the contract, the preliminary contract from BMG. Fulanito was about to get signed to BMG. And Aldo heard the record. He was like, that ain't gonna happen. Dose is signed to Cutting Records, you know? So, we got the phone call from BMG and said, sorry guys, Aldo is our boy. We can't do that to him, blah, blah, blah. So, the record, the whole album, the project actually landed with Cutting Records after we negotiated our first contract, which actually goes into who is Fulanito. Fulanito, the very first contract ever was a duo. It was Dose and myself.
And you.
That was the original Fulanito, yes.
Okay. And that you guys were signed to Cutting Records, just you and him.
Well, Dose was signed as Two in a Room, and I was signed with Dose as 740 Boys. And then Fulanito, since it was Dose that was signed with Two in a Room, Aldo didn't want to let him go. So he was, he gave us a couple of dollars and we signed the contract with Cutting, and it was a good thing because Aldo did his thing, and his brother Amado, he and all the guys, Louis, Ernie, all those guys, Nelson La Antigua, they really kicked ass, man. And they put that
Nelson La Antigua, damn, I go back with him. That's my man.
Yeah. My boy Nelson La Antigua, he kicked ass, bro. He wasn't taking no shorts, man.
Yeah.
He would go into a place and no. This is what you're gonna play. I was like,
Ruby Rosa.
Oh shit, Ruby Rosa. Ruby Rosa.
Yeah, man. All right. So damn. So that's okay. So then you guys were signed as Fulanito. Now you then just not to repeat what he was. I mean, he was saying. You guys then recruit the other guys, and Pickles was hanging around. I heard in an interview that you did with like this típico website or whatever. Que Pickles estaba ahí hanging around you guys. Que él estaba como de lambón. That's what you said. Don't make me pull the audio out, bro. That's what you said.
Well, hey, listen. Pickles used to bring very good weed, bro. And he used to bring the Dominican, los tres golpes. That was Pickles' job to bring the tres golpes. Because we used to record in Patterson, New Jersey. And Pickles used to come with his little gray van from New York and bring us food from Washington Heights y una pastilla que tenían esos tigres from Dykeman de marihuana que estaba más buena.
So
that used to put us out, bro.
Yeah. So all right. So he used to hang around. Then those eventually said, "Hey, come on the show. Come on the show. Come on the group."
Come in the group. Well, actually, I'm gonna set the record straight.
Set the record straight, man. Don't make me drop a bomb this early, bro. We're still getting started.
Dose did not want Pickles in the group.
Oh,
drop that bomb.
He didn't want him in the group.
He didn't want him in the group.
Bueno, señores, se está poniendo la vaina buena. Mira, the Instagram number just went up. Holy shit. So wait, Dose didn't want him in the group at all?
No, he was like, that nigga can't sing, he can't dance, I don't want him in the group, blah, blah, blah. I was like, come on, man. I kind of pleaded for Pickles, like, come on, it's Pickles, come on.
Why did you want him in the group? Why did you, what did you see in him that perhaps Dose didn't see?
He was just a cool guy, and everybody loved that guy, man. I was like, damn, we need a guy like that, he's always jolly and happy, and I was like, because I was always into my music, and I didn't want to talk to nobody. I was like, just let me do my music. And Dose was not that good in interviews, man. And Pickles was great with people. So I was like, we got to have this guy. And finally he relented. He was like, all right. And he let him in the group,
Yeah. So Dose was saying that, and I don't know if I'm jumping too far ahead. He was saying that, que él no cantaba, que él no era que and I also heard you say that in interviews too. That
Pickles did not record vocals except for a couple of records. He did record one 740 Boy record, and he did record like an intro in Fulanito, but I gotta admit, Dose was that dude, man. He was the beast. Dose was the beast. He did the high voices. Dose did the raps. He did all of that. But I also joined in the choruses along with his brother Edwin, and Pickles too. We did a couple of wait. If you want to count that, as choruses.
Diablo.
But technically, yeah, they did record, but not the main stuff.
Yo, can I ask you something though? I mean, I guess this is like off topic. Like, why do you think he canceled the interview? Why do you think he canceled this interview with me?
Who, Pickles?
Yeah.
I can't tell you why, but I can tell you, he maybe doesn't want some stuff to get out, and he probably saw the interview with Dose.
Well, he said, and I quote, "I want nothing to do with Winston," but I told him, I said, hey, you're gonna be here by yourself, just like the other guys are gonna be by themselves. No one's gonna be interrupting you or twisting words around. And so, I mean, I'm gonna keep it real, bro. He don't want to fuck with you. Like,
I know, I can tell you why.
Yeah, he don't want to fuck with you. And he's like, the minute he found out you were gonna be part of this whole 3-part series type of thing, él se desconectó de la vaina, me mandó un mensaje que lo tengo ahí todavía, and said, I want nothing to do with this guy. I'm out on some Shark Tank shit. And for that reason, I'm out.
Oh man!
So
get ready. Put your hand on the button. I'm
gonna drop the bomb on myself, bro. And for that reason, I'm out. Él se salió de la vaina el mismo. So, señores, estamos hablando con Winston de La Rosa, co-creador del grupo Fulanito. Oh, wait, that's another thing. Grupo Fulanito. We'll get to that. We'll get to that. So, se está poniendo buena la vaina. I'll let you guys know on Instagram in about 8 minutes se va a desconectar, but we're going to relog in and reconnect. So, make sure that you just reconnect with us, all right? So, just ten pendiente. All right, so yeah, cause I don't know. So he never recorded any of the stuff. Like, and Dose also confirmed that too. Él dijo que él no grababa las cosas, que Dose le decía cómo grabarlo. En los videos él salía haciendo la mímica, But so I let Dose hear this record that he put out. Let me see if I find it, bro. So I don't know if you heard that record the other day when I played it. That Pickles put out, this Don Fulano record, and I'm like, damn, this shit sounds a lot like Dose. So, whatever you guys taught him, ese tigre aprendió la vaina, cogió la fórmula. Let me play the record real quick. Let me play it again real quick. Hold on, let me see if it comes out.
Súbemelo un poquito más, así. Así. Don Fulano, gozadera total. Dale, menéate, siente el ritmo. Dale, menéate, siente el ritmo. Dale, menéate, siente el ritmo. Trácata, 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 tra. Dale, menéate, siente el ritmo. Dale, menéate, siente el ritmo. Dale, menéate, siente el ritmo. Trácata, 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 tra. Siente el ritmo, pegadito. Siente el ritmo. Siente el ritmo. Trácata, 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 tra.
I mean, my nigga,
Good.
I like the record. I like the record, pero suena muy fulanito-ish.
Mm-hmm. Well, he comes from the camp.
So, él, ese training que él cogió con ustedes, subiendo las voces, y él cogió la vaina, cogió los trucos. I'm just saying, bro.
Hey, man, the guy is, I would say that he's the most popular out of all of us. He's the most popular one. And,
That's good you say that. That's good you say that, because you know what? I also feel the same way. And that was a conversation that I had with Edwin, and I was telling, when we were doing this whole thing and we were trying to figure out whether we bring everybody on and blah, blah, I also feel the same way. I feel that, Dose, And back then, I know you were more like behind the scenes and the production and everything else. You weren't more, tú no estabas mucho like en el frente pero Dose y Pickles eran los que sobresalían en el grupo. I mean, do you agree?
Absolutely, but Pickles was Fulanito to a lot of people, man.
Yeah.
Even Dose that was the beast writing, and me that did the production and owned half of everything, it was still Pickles to the people. And what are you gonna do? You can't take it away from him.
Siempre hay una persona. This is what I was telling the other day. Like siempre hay una persona que sobresale. And I was telling that to somebody else the other day. Siempre hay una persona que sobresale. Que obviamente la gente se enamora de la persona, and the public like who they like, and you can't tell them who not to like. And
well, here's the reason why, Friqueado. When we used to do interviews on TV, my Spanish was horrible. Dos horrible. The only two that really had good Spanish was Reno and Pickles. But Pickles was a clown. And he would always, we would be serious, like, yeah, the next record about, and Pickles would be like, hey, make a joke out of everything. And it was always happy. And people would be like, oh shit, I'm gonna hang with this guy. Because this guy he's the happy guy.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, I was thinking about the numbers and the production, and Dose was thinking of writing and that, and Pickles was just going around, palling around, taking everybody's number down and becoming pally-wally, calling them. When he got back to New York, he would call back and, hey, ¿cómo estás? Saludos, solamente saludándolo, whatever. We'll be back soon. Okay, bye. I didn't do that. And I'm pretty sure none of the other guys did it. Pickles was the only one that would call Colombia. He'll call long distance to freaking Argentina, to Chile, everywhere. And just saying hello. And I was like,
do you think that maybe ultimately he was brewing up
absolutely
a solo project?
Absolutely. He did it right. Because, the reason that I think, and I know that he's pissed at me, is that I got him locked up in Colombia for.
Yes, I saw that.
Yeah, he did me dirty in Colombia. Straight up, he did me dirty in Colombia. He stole money from me in Colombia, from this promoter out in a place called La Platita in Colombia. I forgot her name. But he did some sneaky shit. He stole about I think it was a couple of $1,000, and he tried to be sneaky by saying that, oh no, I didn't receive anything. But there was one problem. We used to share the Twitter, the @Fulanito. We used to share it, me and him, and the messages, right? You could delete the messages, but I had it that you get notifications in your email. And only I had the email. You follow me?
Yeah.
So the lady is telling him, ya te mandé la plata, aguántala, porque no estoy seguro si el concierto va a seguir para adelante. And Pickles is like, okay. And I'm calling Pickles, and I'm making like I didn't see the messages, but I see the messages. And I'm telling him, yo, Pickles, did they send the money already? And he's like, no, there's no money. I was like,
but él todavía estaba en Fulanito. He was still part of the group.
No, this is when me and him got together.
When you guys bounced from.
That's another story too. Why he left? Why he stopped working with Dose and
Dose didn't want to say that. So why did he leave?
Because they were stealing from Pickles.
Who was stealing from Pickles?
The way that I heard it was that Dose used to pay Edwin, and Edwin used to skim money off the top.
Coño.
And, por ejemplo, le pagaba $1,000, Dose le daba $1,000 a Edwin para pagarle a los muchachos, y Edwin le robaba y le daba, mira, esto es tuyo. And it'll be like, well, I guess that's it. But the thing is that they got together, the guys, and they started talking. How much did you get? How much did you? And they found out. They were like, holy shit, this guy's been skimming off the top.
So, but that's Edwin. But what did Pickles have to do with that?
Pickles was the one that was getting paid.
Oh,
so Edwin was stealing from Pickles.
So Edwin was stealing from Pickles, and then why did Pickles leave? So he was upset that
he was very upset that
he bounced. Oh, got it. My bad.
He wasn't the only one. The other guys told me the same story too.
Coño, espérate. Déjame tirar una bomba porque espérate. Coño.
Espérate.
Señores, señores,
Está poniendo
no.
sabroso.
Se va a desconectar en Instagram. Let's relog back in. Hold on one second. Holy shit, man. This is insane, bro. This is fucking holy shit.
Lugar, le extrañé.
Déjame darme un trago, espérate, porque
Vamos.
damn. This is
Yeah. That's why you don't notice that no one, everybody left from those. There was funny shit going on, man.
Damn.
There was all sorts of funny shit going on.
Nah,
There was one member that told me that they gave him some jackets, like these $800 jackets, I think it was, and they were supposed to be for the group. And Dose and Edwin kept all the jackets. I don't know what they did with all the jackets.
like Fulanito jackets?
No, these the 8-ball. Remember the 8-ball jackets?
Oh yeah, those are nice too, man.
Bro, imagínate, cuando estaban esa vaina en moda, they gave them this guy called Crazy Sam that used to be in Video Music Box.
Yeah.
Tenía una línea de ropa y le mandó esos jaques para los muchachos, para que ellos se lo pongan y cojan retratos. And supposedly the way the story goes is that they never got the jackets. And then when Crazy Sam saw them in the club, they were like, "Yo, where's the jacket? Why?" They were like, "What jacket?" "Yeah, I sent a couple of jackets with Edwin and whatever." And they found out that they got took. This shit got took.
What did he do with the jackets though?
Bro, I don't know.
The fuck?
That was the guys telling me the stories, and just a lot of crazy shit, man. Like the girls too, the groupies, the girls, and they will fight over girls, and it was a big mess, man.
Yeah. So all right. So when you guys were out traveling together as Fulanito, I just want to backtrack out of there. Who smashed the most?
Man, I think I smashed the most, man. I think I smashed the most, man.
I don't know, man. I don't know if Dose didn't want to put himself out there, but I don't even.
Dose was married to my sister, bro.
Oh, that's right. Tú eres el cuñado. Coño, ¿verdad que sí?
Ex, nigga, ex.
Era ex cuñado. Oh, man.
Dose respected my sister like a lot, and he was, bro. They used to.
And he respected you because tú estabas ahí también. So you
were. Yo era un perro, loco, pero he was real in that department. I gotta tip my hat to him. He backed off a lot of ass, bro. He didn't smash like crazy, but he could have, and he didn't.
You think you think he was scared you might have ratted him out if he did?
Oh no, me and that nigga smashed mad bitches, bro. Yo, there was mad culos going around, kid. We were like this.
Oh my God.
Y claro, un maldito grupo pegado, tú sabes lo que hay.
Yeah.
Pero una maldita locura, loco.
No, porque tú sabes que anda con el cuñado. Dios, se me pega una vaina. I mean, my cuñado's right here.
Both get it. It'll be like,
so you guys had a pact that you wasn't gonna cross that line. You were not gonna do the Tekashi on him if he got some shit.
Hey, listen.
I mean, he's not married to her no more. You could say it, bro.
Well, yeah, but she's still my sister, my nigga.
All right.
Moving on.
All right, moving on. Let's keep it with the music. My bad. All right.
There was a lot of smashing going on. Everybody smashed, bro. Pickles, bro. That nigga was a beast, bro.
So Elvin didn't get more than you.
Elvin was a damn beast. Reno was a beast. Everybody smashed, but the little nigga was smashing like a rabbit.
Como?
Yo no perdonaba, loco.
Damn. So what was the in your mind? What was the best country that you went to that your best performance or your biggest show? What country was it in?
Shit, they were all fucking crazy, but Colombia was crazy. We did a show with Maná. It was Maná, Sergio Vargas, and us, and I forgot who else. That shit was insane. That was an arena. It was a big arena. It was I forgot what they called it.
Medellin or where? Cali? Where?
Oh, we did all of that, but this one was, I think it's Bogota, the capital. It was insane, bro. The people were screaming so loud that we couldn't hear the music. We were look at each other. It's just keep moving, man. Because you know how you have to hear the music to dance. We couldn't hear it. The people were screaming so loud.
Yeah.
It was really awesome. Venezuela was real crazy. Chile was another level.
Yeah,
Everything
you guys
was-
did well in Chile.
Yes, they gave us mad love. And in Chile, we were with this millionaire guy. This guy, like the richest guy in Chile, I think he was. He was just a fan, and he brought his kids, and man, that was like unheard of stuff. Imagínate in the 90s, and we were balling, eating these gigantic meals, and it's like it was insane. Helicopters, but everything was happening so fast. It's like what the, you know. But
Damn.
it was crazy. It was beautiful.
Yeah. So all right. So then Pickles leaves. They're stealing money from him allegedly, and now he is gone from the group. Then you and him are together. Who now were you guys not performing as Fulanito at the same time?
We were doing 740 Boys. We got to do a few shows. We went to Paris. We went to Switzerland. We went to Canada. We traveled, but then people started asking us, Fulanito, and
So you wait. So you let those pretty much. Okay, so then you guys separated. Fulanito kind of just you and those parted ways.
we separated, and he moved to Miami,
Yeah.
and I stood in New York. But it was hard to get in contact with him. For some reason, he wasn't picking up my phone calls, because the deal that we had was that he would give me a percentage from the shows, and I'll stay at home producing the records. I was cool with it, because I used to be in the group in the front dancing and all that.
Yeah.
It was just exhausting, you know, like, imagínate, una gira, and then to go home, todo el mundo para su casa a acotarse, y yo, como tenía el estudio en el basement, y como era el que hacía la producción, tenía que meter mano con a radio edit or an instrumental, you know what I mean? So I wasn't getting any sleep. I was freaking, I felt like I was dying.
Yeah.
So we made the agreement that he will go on the shows and he will give me my percentage. And he used to come every week like this, friqueado. Venga, eso es tuyo. Every week, fuáquete. But then the money started getting smaller and smaller, and the shows were getting bigger and bigger. And I was so much into the production that I didn't realize it until the very end. And I was like, yo, wait a minute, something's funny here.
So wait, so you continue to do stuff with him. So after you guys said, you know what, I'm gonna, because he mentioned that, you know, he needed a new sound. He was like, I needed a new sound, and
that was his excuse.
Reggaeton was coming in. I needed a new sound. I moved to Miami. Then we kind of parted ways, and now, but he kept doing the Fulanito stuff while you were producing music.
I was producing tracks, and he would have a stack of CDs this big that I would bring to him, like stacks and stacks of stuff that I would bring to him.
Yeah.
And he would just like, And he bought his own studio. He was producing his own shit. And he wouldn't pick up my phone calls, man. And then I would call my sister, and I would hear him in the background. Oh, he got a headache. He can't talk right now. I'm like, yo, this is getting funny now. You know? And I told him, I had a house in Jersey where the studio was. And that was the main Fulanito studio where Aventura went and recorded there. My brothers, my cousins, a bunch of other, Greg Nice, and, you know, just a bunch of other guys used to go there.
Yeah.
And I told him, yo, I'm about to lose the house, man. You're not giving me the show money. What's good? And he was like, oh, you know what? I'm Fulanito. Fuck that. I'm Fulanito.
Yeah,
like,
ahí fue que comenzó el lío entre ustedes dos entonces.
Bro, I was like, what do you mean? I was like, you're going to lose your... He told me, tú vas a perder tu casa, pues vende esa vaina y múdate con tu mamá.
Damn.
Yo, to my kids, bro. I got 3 beautiful kids. That motherfucker told me that shit, bro. I was like, you did not just say that, bro.
Damn, bro.
Yeah, no, that's what I would do. You know, I don't mean that. I don't mean any harm. I guess yo qué. I was like,
Yeah.
tato, okay, no, bien, tato.
So, entonces, él dijo que te mudara de la casa, que te fuera.
Que venda mi casa en New Jersey y que me metiera con mi mamá. Just go
Coño.
live with your mom and, stay there.
Damn.
Like, wow, really?
All right.
And the thing about the suits and the hats and everything, he lied. He did not pay for that himself. I used to pay for everything 50-50. You could ask all the other guys. When we used to go to the stores and everything, how much is it? 1,000? Here's my 500, Ali. How else are you going to get the title of executive producer if you're not, understand?
Yeah.
For 3 albums, I'm the executive producer and I didn't pay for anything. How you figure that? And you can look it up in the CD. Look in the back of the CD. How my name pops up there. My name pops up there as the executive producer with Rafael Vargas, Aldo Marin, and Amado Marin. Four guys.
So let me ask you something, Winston.
Aldo and this guy.
Yeah. So then so after you and him parted ways, you said, "Yo, the show money's getting crazy. It's getting smaller." You were okay with him just keeping the name Fulanito and you being in the cut, doing the production, and him with the new members, with Danny, whoever came on as part of the new group. You were okay with that as long as you was getting your cut out of whatever productions you were making.
I was still half owner of the group.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
When we did the contract with Cutting Records, I would get half. Like if we would get 100,000, he'll get 50, and I'll get the other 50. You understand?
Yeah.
And if we needed to buy equipment, we needed to buy accordions, speakers, suits, whatever. It would always have to be half mine and half his.
Yeah, it's like a business. It's a business agreement.
It was a partnership. Actually, you could look it up yourself. You know?
Yeah.
You could go to the New Jersey. We registered the partnership. Windows International is still up there. It's still up there. If you go to New Jersey's Business Administration and type Windows International, you're going to see his name and my name established in 1990 something.
Yeah.
Because it was 50-50 everything.
Yeah.
But the thing was, I found out later why he did that. And it was thanks to my boy, Tony Russo, who was the manager of the group during that
Mierda,
time.
Tony Russo se metió en este lío también, coño.
Pero ven que ya...
Espérate.
Tony Russo, que ya van drag him in here.
Oh, my God.
Tony Russo told me,
Qué
yo,
maldito sancocho, mano.
Pero te estoy diciendo, ven acá. I'm going to tell you, I met Tony Russo in... it was Oro Solido. He used to be the manager for Oro Solido.
Yeah.
And I just remember Oro Solido was kicking our ass everywhere, bro. And I was like, damn, but who's the damn manager of Oro Solido? Because that nigga's a badass motherfucker, bro. That dude has Oro Solido looking bigger than everybody else. And I found out it was Tony Russo that was, he was moving and grooving and doing his thing. I was like, damn, that'll be dope if that dude becomes a manager. Well, Tony and Russo y Raul, they break away. As soon as I find out, I went and I called Russo. Yo, nigga, come on. And I made him the manager.
Yeah.
I made him the manager of the group. I told Dose, this is the nigga right here. And we put that nigga. Boom. After that, bro, that's what 6-7 shows a week, bro, with Tony Russo, bro. So anyway, getting back to the story.
Yeah.
Years later, I touched base with Russo, and we were talking, hablando. Mierda, me dice Russo, coño, tigre, pero tú guisaste bien de ese show de Chile. Y yo dije, ¿cuál show de Chile? Adiós, Viña del Mar.
Mierda.
I was like, Viña del Mar? No, but that was a promo show. No, nigga. I got $65,000 for that, for like a couple of minutes on stage. I was like, oh. That was the day that Dose told me that he didn't want to work anymore. Because Dose took that money. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
He took the fucking money. He kept it. And he came to me and said, yo, I don't want to work with you no more. Thank you. Bye. Peace. But I didn't know that he got $65,000. You understand?
Yeah.
And again, don't take my word for it. Let's bring in Tony Russo. That nigga is a nigga you got to put for your podcast.
No, yo voy a tener que llamarlo. Vamos a tener que llamarlo.
Friqueado. Ese tigre tiene historia, loco.
Damn.
That nigga is the man.
Bro. Yo, that's fucking crazy, dude.
Mm-hmm.
And then, okay, so the Chile show, that was the breaking point? That
was the point. And even before that, his brother Edwin used to he used to fuck with me, bro. His brother Edwin used to always fuck with me, bro.
Yo, that's insane, bro.
You know Fulanito.com?
Yes.
All right, that website was created by this guy called Nate. He used to have a company called Designing, and Designing was
Nate from UBO.
Yes, Nate from UBO.
Yeah,
he came to us and says, "Oh my God, you got to do this. You got to put a website, blah blah blah." So I was like, "Yo," me and Dose were like, "Yo, that shit sounds great." You know what? Here's $3,750 from my pocket, me.
Damn.
Abre esa vaina. He opened it up. The website was Fulanito.com, belonged to me and Dose. So everything is fine. You know, I go one day to sign in, and the password had changed. And I'm like, holy shit, I can't get in. So I go to Edwin. Edwin, did you change the password on Fulanito.com? And Edwin tells me, yeah, that's right, because that's not yours. It doesn't belong to you. I was like, wait, time out, bro. I paid for that damn website. And even those two agreed. He was screaming at him, oh, Edwin, what the fuck are you doing? Give him the damn password. So he gave me the password, and a few days later again, and they could change it again. I was like, holy shit. So el primer tiro, it was Edwin that shot it, you know?
Yeah. I'm trying to call Tony Russo on the phone, but he doesn't pick up. But in classic Russo fashion, he does not pick up the phone. But
that nigga got stories because he was.
I was trying to get him on the phone to ask him this Chile shit because that Chile shit. Hold on a second. Hold on. Hello. Hello.
Dirty shit.
Yo.
Hello.
Russo. What's up, Russo?
What's up?
Yo, quick question. I'm interviewing live right now. El científico Winston de La Rosa. Él dijo que ustedes fueron.
My man, he was one of the persons that I just want to say I want to thank Winston and I want to thank those. And I know even though they have their differences, you know, they gave me the opportunity to rock with the Fulanito project, and we had a great run. We were fucking rock stars. We traveled all over the world, and we had a great run, and that's all I got to say about that.
Okay, Russo. You know, thank you for your self plug there, Russo. Let's talk. Russo, la vaina de Chile. You guys got paid $65,000.
But I think I think you're mistaken that because that was you know, and I would want to take credit for it, but I don't think I didn't do that Chile stuff. I think that was Edwin. That was done through Edwin or through Cuddy.
You guys got paid. But was that a promo show? Was it a promo show or not?
But that was done through Cuddy. Win. Are you there, Win?
Yeah, he's here.
Yeah, I'm here, brother. I'm here.
Remember that Chile stuff? I wasn't with you yet. You're mistaking that. I did Japan. I did
Chicago. I think it was.
I did Aruba. Okay. I did a whole bunch of other stuff, but you know, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie about something I didn't do. So
okay,
I can't. You know what I mean?
So you don't know if there was money involved.
No, I can't. You know, I honestly gotta. You know,
all right.
Can't,
okay. Well, all right. That's fair. That's fair. All right.
You know, I know. I think Win. I think you know. I think Cuddy was the one that set that up.
Oh, you know what? I got Aldo's number too. About to call him next. Russo, thank you so much. Oh, yeah. We'll talk soon. All right, Russo. Let me keep going on this. Brother. All right. Thank you. All right. All right. Well, there goes that. Oh well, look. Regardless those is saying on the comments there that you got paid from that show.
No, I did not get paid for that show. And I didn't get paid for all the shows that he did, all those big mega shows from Live Nation, forget it, bro. These guys were going everywhere. And I was trying to get in contact with my man Dose, and he wouldn't pick up. And he would play that little funny game where, you know, I got a headache or I can't speak. And this, he was basically ducking me, you know, and he knows for a fact that he had to pay me that money because I was right there from zero, comiendo tierra y haciendo todo lo posible para subir el grupo. Y cuando el grupo no estaba haciendo nada, de mi bolsillo salió 50% de toda la basura que compramos. And then when it got hot, he came with that excuse. Oh, yeah, I don't want to work with you no more. And you know, and basically try to take the group.
Yeah.
You know?
All right. So he tried to register the name. Who tried to make the legal move first?
Oh, that was him. He tried to be slick. Oh, no, I tried to register it because Pickle. Yeah, right. You try to register to keep the name for yourself, my brother. And that's why the judge didn't give it to you. I defeated you with your lawyer, de que un abogado que estaba acabando, the biggest lawyer. I was like, please. I did it by myself. I went and I put it in opposition, and the judge ruled in my favor. It wasn't like he said that, oh, no, it's all of us. No. Now you say that because I kicked your ass in court. But he tried to take the name in the USPTO, the United States Patent and Trademark Office, and I defeated him. And then I went on and I registered the name under my father's name because the real Fulanito here is my dad. Because without my dad, this would have never happened.
Damn. All right. So, all right, man.
It's getting hot in here.
Coño, espérate. Let me
You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
Hey, I get a shot. Do a shot, nigga. You did it.
I got a shot right here, bro. Esto se está poniendo caliente. It's getting hot in here, bro. Shit, bro.
That was the song we had.
Ay, Dios mío, señores. All right, damn. All right, so let me play an audio because I prepare for this shit today. Let me play audio that he, and I know we're oh, sorry, that was this guy again. Let me see if I play an audio that Dose said in the last interview because I don't want to really quote him a lot. I'm going to just play what the hell he said, and because he said it.
He registered Grupo Fulanito.
Yeah.
That's not Fulanito. That's why it went through the cracks because he just named it that, but he doesn't own it. But when he wants to go and fool promoters, he'll show them that paper.
All right. So basically, what he's saying is that que tú registraste Grupo Fulanito all over the world and some parts of the world, and United States, and you try to do that on some backdoor shit, so you don't have to pay him his 50.
Yeah, I did. And I'm not paying him his 50 because he was the one that took the first shot. Yeah. So how you like it? You got beat up by a little nigga from the Bronx, and you got to handle it. You got to take it now. You got to eat it. You should have never did what you did. Basically, you know what I'm saying? It would have been simple if you would have called me and told me, yo, let's fix this up a little bit. I'm gonna pay you so you could just step aside. I was to the point I was like, yeah, just give me whatever and take the name. But he did it really dirty. He went in and tried to register the name. And only when I put the opposition that he noticed that, que yo me di cuenta, because he was really quiet. Él registró el nombre, a lo calladito, Fulanito, di que Rafael Vargas, solista, Fulanito. ¿Cuándo fue Fulanito un solista, el grupo? ¿Cuándo?
Bien.
He tried to change history. And on that topic, I want to talk about how they tried to eliminate me from the history of Fulanito, starting with MySpace. You remember MySpace?
Yes, of course. Okay,
MySpace, we had a Fulanito MySpace, right? And in that, it had my picture, his picture, the early, this picture here, the original picture of the guys.
Yeah.
It had it on the MySpace. And in the bottom, it had the bio of the group, la biografía del grupo. Oh, Winston de La Rosa, Rafael Vargas, blah, 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 blah. One day, my brother calls me and says, yo, my brother Joe, shout out to my brother Joe. He calls me, he tells me, yo, your name is not on the MySpace. What's going on? And sure enough, I went and I checked. I said, oh shit, it was there. Like, I saw that shit. It was there. What happened? Anyway, moving on. I go to Wikipedia, and in Wikipedia, I noticed that my name got erased, right? And everywhere that I would read, it was a thing in People in Español, an interview that he did. He started saying, oh, I created Fulanito Dose. Rafael Vargas, oh, yo fui que creé todo, fui yo, mi idea, yo hice todo, yo hice la producción, yo escribí todo, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, God damn. They're really trying to erase me.
Coño, they were trying to do some Men in Black shit on you. It
worked for a little while until my brother, mi hermano del alma, Wallace Collins, el abogado de los dos, el abogado original de Fulanito, de Rafael Vargas y de Winston de La Rosa, el abogado original me llamó un día y me dijo, yo, I can't stand by and be quiet about what I'm about to tell you. I was like, what the hell? What is it? Oh, Dose is trying to register Fulanito as a solo artist.
So when you say register, does that you saying trademark?
Trademark the name Fulanito as a solo artist. Now, Frikiao, Fulanito is a solo artist or is it a group?
No, it was a group. Everyone knows that.
I don't even have to talk on that. But my man tried to be slick, throwing out these dumb whack ass albums by himself.
Yeah.
Dije con la carota grande, Fulanito, and everything. I'm like, holy shit. I didn't know what to do because he was my brother-in-law. He was still married to my sister. So I didn't really want to harm my sister because if I would have, I even got as far as getting a lawyer to destroy him in court.
Yeah.
But then at the last minute, I was like, I can't do it because if I go and I do that, my sister's going to be pissed at me. And I don't want that. That's my only sister. I love her.
That's family, yeah.
I love her to death. So I backed off the lawsuit and I let it ride. I was like, I don't know what to do. Until, like I said, my lawyer, one of my best friends ever, Wallace Collins, calls me and says, this is what you need to do, man. You need to get up on that stage, grab that microphone, learn those lyrics, and sing your songs, man. Damn. And I was like, me? And he was like, yes, you are Fulanito. And I was like, wow, that I don't know. I never really did that. I'm not a solo artist. I'm not a singer. That's not really me. I'm producer. He said, you have to do it. You have to videotape it. You have to post it. You have to let everybody know who you are, man. You're too quiet. And it was true. Yo era calladito because I was receiving my ASCAP checks, big checks, my nigga. I used to receive 30, 40. I received $60,000 one time. I'm like, God damn. And I thought them shits would keep coming. And I was like, I'm good, man. Que se quede con todo. I'm good. And the ASCAP just came. But then what happened? He did that slick shit. That he came and he tried to register. When I caught him and I put in the opposition, he was like, oh, no, it was Pickles was trying to take the name and bullshit. He tried to play some slick shit like he's Mr. Know-It-All.
Yeah.
But thank God that my lawyer told me, yo, you got to wake up. You got to wake up. And I did. And I started learning. I started reading about groups that the same shit happened to, how the lead singer would leave and take the name and basically tell everybody to go fuck themselves, and how they counteracted that. It happened to
it happened in Proyecto Uno.
It happened to Proyecto Uno. I spoke to Nelson too, the same thing. I'm like, damn, okay.
Yeah.
But it was a little different with them, but basically the same shit. And I was like, damn, but no.
Yeah, because I heard somebody told me along the line, like Donnie Linton, the guy who was the lawyer for Proyecto Uno.
Donnie Linton, he was the manager.
Yeah, he also. Someone said to me that he put in your head or in somebody's head, I forgot who it was, about trademarking the name. Was that you?
I spoke to Donnie Linton too, but I didn't know at the time that he did that. That was pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
Because he didn't invent that group. That group was invented by Nelson and the guys.
Yeah. But he didn't. But Donnie Linton never influenced you into trademarking. It was your boy, the lawyer.
My lawyer woke me up and said, yo, if you really love Fulanito, you better wake up, man. And I was like, oh shit. So that's when I started. I had another group called Fulanito 740, which was 740 boys and Fulanito together, which was me, Pickles, and this other young kid that I had. Mm-hmm. And we were doing fine. And then until, Edwin, Vargas, Verdugo Entertainment, they started calling and they started saying that I'm a clown, that I'm a this and I'm a that. There was another guy too que me tiraron, Ruben Martinez. Another guy que me tiraron que no sabía nada was Wilson some shit. Without knowing who the fuck I am in this shit, in this Fulanito shit, me tiraron todo. They even did a letter entre todos ellos. Edwin, Rafael Vargas, Wilson, I forgot his name, and Ruben. Le mandaron esa carta a todo el mundo friqueado. Que lo vamos a demandar, que es un payaso, que no, que cuánto. So the first shot was really them that threw it. So then I woke up, like my lawyer said, and I started learning. I got on the internet and I started digging. How do you trademark? How do you take the Instagram from somebody? You know what I mean? How do you take the Twitter away from somebody? And how do you take the Facebook and all that? I started learning all that devious shit. I was like, está bien, ustedes me lo van a hacer así. You're going to pay for all that shit. And they paying right now because I'm the one that got all the damn internet shit.
Yeah.
I control the internet, period. Them niggas don't control shit. They gotta do Fulanito Oficial, Fulanito el Verde, Fulanito el Rojo, pero Fulanito is right here.
Fulanito el Verde.
Yeah, they had to. I took their Instagram away. I took their Facebook away. I took their SoundCloud away. I took everything away. I kept all that shit. I still to this day got all that shit.
How did you do, one thing he did say though, he said his Instagram hustle was good.
You know what they call me? El Científico.
El Científico. Let me play another audio that he also said in the interview. Let me play that back for you real quick.
I own half of it. I own half the rights and everything. He could never knock me off. Even though he tries, he could never do it because it's me.
He's absolutely right. But the reason that I did that was, like I told you, I was going around with pickles as Fulanito 740. Actually, we were going as 740 boys. And they will, we would sing like Guayando with it. And Edwin would call, they can't do that. And they would threaten the promoters, and the promoters would cancel the show.
Yeah.
I'm like, es así que vamos a jugar. Vamos, let's see who's more devious. And I got them back for all that shit.
Yeah. All right. I mean, so right, so right now tú tienes otro grupo Fulanito. Tú tienes, and then he performs. He said that the judge said that you guys both own the name. Is that's accurate?
Yes, we do. But as far as paperwork is concerned, I own the name. As far as paperwork is concerned, he's going to have to do a lot
But do you own the name Fulanito? Grupo Fulanito you own, but Fulanito.
No, it's very simple. If he owns, like he says he does, why doesn't he get a lawyer and take my Instagram account? Take my Twitter account and take my Facebook and the YouTube and the SoundCloud and the Reverb and all the shit that I control. They say Fulanito. They don't say Fulanito Oficial. They say Fulanito, everything, right?
Yeah.
That's me that controls everything. So, and I did that part because they took Fulanito.com from me.
So who has the website right now? Who's got the website? You do?
Those has Fulanito.com. I have Fulanito.net.
Coño, qué
but Fulanito.com was the first presence that we had. And Edward, like I told you, went and changed the password, and he bogarted that shit and took it from me.
Damn.
And it was us. It was me and those. We let Edwin control it, whatever. But he, for some reason, decided that he's Dose's partner. You know what I'm saying? Edwin was Dose's partner. All of a sudden, I'm like, holy shit, these dudes are actually cutting my fucking throat. And that's exactly what they did. So in revenge, I started getting back.
So
you know what I mean?
So all right. So now you go around with the Fulanito, with the original, with the hats and the I saw. How do you feel about that? Because he feels actually. Let me play the audio.
Let me hear it.
And I'm gonna be very honest. All right. If he was to outmarket you using that strategy, he could probably win.
And remember, I would love it,
this is actually what I actually told him that. I said, because again, I gotta be very honest, you do have the Fulanito name on Instagram, and we all know social media is probably bigger than a website right now. So the fact that he got Fulanito.com is cool.
Don't matter.
But you have social media, which social media is king. So you have the name Fulanito, period. You have the Twitter, you have all of the social media. Facebook too?
SoundCloud.
Facebook too?
Facebook. If you put facebook.com/Fulanito, you're going to come to me, baby.
Damn.
And if you go to youtube.com/Fulanito, guess whose big face is there? And SoundCloud, and Reverb Nation, and everywhere you look.
So here's what he feels about you, you recreating the group as it was in the 90s.
Like, I sing my song before.
Wait, no, it's not that. This is the other one. Let me see if I find it. Hold on a second. Are you willing to see? I have and I'm gonna be very honest. All right, here we go. If he was to outmarket you using that strategy, he could probably win. Remember,
if he said like what you just said if he outmarketed me.
Yes, right. If he was to go,
no, I don't even think so. No, because people don't like whack.
So you're saying he's whack?
He didn't sing Guayando. He don't sound nothing like me. You ever seen the show?
Never.
All right. So I'm saying, like, people are going to be like, that's not how Fulanito sounds.
I mean, he's saying that. I think that this other audio that I had when he's saying about it's Halloween and some shit like that. Let me see if I have it here.
Él tiene el grupo Fulanito formado.
Halloween, 365 days of it. Halloween. It's like, let's dress up like Fulanito back in 1997. Let's even go get a fat guy because, whatever. You know what I mean? There's two different type of Fulanitos. There's that Fulanito, the folksy Fulanito that want to go back to 1997. And then there's me, the actual guy who sings it, and I'm going to bring it like the hip-hop style flow. That's my flow. Not trying to be folksy. They're being folksy, and he has the right.
All right. So what do you say to that? He's saying basically que tú estás usando la misma imagen de 1997, that is Halloween, that it's a costume. He thinks that's like outdated. What do you say to that?
It sounds like a desperate man. He got his back against the wall because I stole so many shows from him, and he doesn't know what to do right now. So him and all his peoples, bro. Di que lo monstruo de él. It was supposed to be. I remember somebody coming up to me and says, "Oh shit, bro, I don't know, but those got together with some guys y son uno duro. ¿Qué son duro? No son duro nada. ¿Tú sabes quién es un duro? My dad is un duro that lasted like 70 years en toda esa discoteca in New York and Boston, everywhere. My dad is my fucking consigliere, and that's the guy that tells me everything. Every time there's a problem, friqueado, papi, en esta situación, ¿qué usted hace? Eso es fácil. Una vez he starts telling stories.
Yeah, porque eso es experiencia, tiene experiencia ya.
Nigga, he's a professor, bro. And Dose and anybody, bro, no le pueden limpiar la bota a mi papá. As far as music is concerned, they can't touch him. And that's who's behind me right now. So Dose's opinion doesn't really matter if I wear hats or not or suits or whatever. His opinion to me is null and void. And it's very obvious because he tried to record so many records. And where's the damn hits? Okay, I'm not the greatest vocalist, but neither is he. His shit is dead. He's a 50-year-old has-been. He's done. He's going nowhere, obviously. And I'm still going around everywhere. Before the COVID-19 hit, we did a nice, beautiful tour up in Canada. Got paid a couple of $1,000s, and everything was beautiful. And I was ready to move down to South America. I remember Texas, even Florida, I went there where he lives at, performed everywhere. I'm unstoppable, basically, with the Fulanito shit. And he talks all that shit. It's very simple, bro. Go get your lawyer and do what you got to do. But you can't. You know why? Because he's coming to realize that, shit, that's right. When we started this group, it wasn't him that paid for those hats alone. It was not him that paid for the suits. It was not him that took niggas left and right to shoot videos and to pay photographers. It was us.
It was you, yeah, both of you, yeah.
It was me and him shelling out money before the group was even called Fulanito, and before it was anything. It was me and him. He's forgetting that part, and that's what pisses me off. I'm like, bro, if you wanted the group, you surely did it in a stupid way. You should have just came to me like a man, pick up that phone call, and worked out a nice deal. We were seeing thousands and thousands of dollars.
Yeah, because in my personal opinion, Winston, I think that if you guys would have, even today, bro, if you guys would have, I know today is a different story, but if you would have remained the producer and he the front guy and put, because he did try to form the group. Like he put a couple of pretty guys there, not pretty, the good looking guys. Sorry, Danny. He did put a couple of good looking guys there, and they had a really good group going. And so you're saying if he would have came to you and said, "When vamos a hacer una vaina where you're still getting paid, you're still producing a couple of records on there. I would use other producers, but you're still gonna get your money." We'll figure out if we're performing some of the original songs. You're obviously getting show money. You're getting production money on the new stuff that you and I do together. Then you would have been okay with him using everything, having the name, having everything. But it would have to be something that you guys had to have agreed on. Is that fair?
That's the straight point. You put it right there, Friqueado. Mejor de ahí se daña, brother.
Yeah.
You hit it right in the head. He should have came to me instead of being sneaky and locking me out. Edwin locking me out of my own website and calling promoters, threatening promoters that they're going to sue. Ahora no lo hacen porque saben que yo tengo todo el derecho, pero antes lo hacían.
Yeah.
¿Tú me entiendes? Antes llamaban todo el mundo, que ellos no son, que son karaoke, era la palabrita favorita de ellos and everything.
Yeah.
But you know what? Bro, just look at my website. I went everywhere, bro, and they can't stop me. I went everywhere. Sang songs left and right, Fulanito, that. They're still talking shit. Like, bro, when are you going to stop? When are you going to realize you can't stop me, bro?
Yeah. So now what happens next, though, because now you're putting out music as Fulanito. He's he's got a couple of records that he's put out.
To me, those will go down in history as one of the best Latin rappers ever.
Yeah.
But, you know, that swing, that New York swing, he can't do it alone by himself.
Ustedes dos. I be saying this shit.
I can't do it by myself.
No, ustedes dos.
Espérate. Did you know que Dos grabó con Pitbull?
No, I didn't know that.
Oye, cuando Pitbull estaba a lo máximo, ellos hicieron una canción. And you're a DJ, you don't even know that.
I
You know
didn't know
why?
that.
Because he sucks now. He don't have nobody telling him in his face that he's whack. Record it again like I used to. 1,000 times. Grábame ese coro otra vez. Me, because I wasn't afraid of him. I was the only one. Everybody else was, oh yeah, Mr. Dose. I was like, ¿qué, Mr. Dose del Diablo? You know, like, graba esa mierda, suena malísimo. Está desafinado. You know, he don't have nobody doing that. ¿Tú me entiendes?
Yeah.
Él está grabando y él cree que él se hace la película y toda la vaina. Yo, my nigga, listen. You don't have nobody there. And I'm talking too much already, bro.
No, I know. So my question, by the way, what's the name of the song with Pitbull? Do you know the song? Do you know that?
No, I don't, but I'll tell you a story about that one. Pickles is very close to Pitbull. They're very close. Pickles told me a lot of stories that Pitt used to come and Pickles used to bring him on stage, you know, before he was famous. He used to bring him on stage and, you know, todo el coro y vaina. So, cuando Pitbull se pega, Pickles se encuentran en la discoteca allá en Miami y le dicen, oye, vamos a grabar una vaina. Bet Pickles. Y I don't know how it happened. Pitbull thinks that Pickles is going to record the song. And they do a funky maneuver there entre Edwin y Dose. And it winds up being that Dose records the song with Pitbull by himself. Right? So that was some funny shit right there. You know, he should at least realize that Pickles was the one that put that project together, and you had to let Pickles live, but they didn't. You know, and this is straight from Pickles telling me.
Wow.
Y eso es una de las cosas que está dolorido de Mr. Pickles.
Let's see if Pickles ever comes back on here, man. So all right, so now you're getting you're getting publishing from all of the original stuff. Now, are you getting, when he goes out and does shows, you don't get half of that, right?
I'm supposed to get money from the shows.
But you're
all these years, let me tell you something, bro. I got to be honest, bro. He lent me money a long time ago. He lent me some money. But then I went to my lawyer and we worked it out. Bro, that's a lot of money that he owes me from the shows. A lot, pero mucho dinero.
Espérate, hay que tirar la bomba, espérate. Coño, ¿cuánto que te debes? ¿Cuánto? ¿Cuánto que te debes? ¿Más de 50? ¿Más de 50?
Oye, pero mucho, loco, porque ese grupo, remember, bro, we were like the only urban group traveling all over the world at that time. We were one of the few. It was us, Sandy Papo, Ilegal, and Proyecto Uno. We were like the only four. And there was a big demand. So the shows were, bro, había un dineral ahí. And he stopped paying me. He stopped taking my calls. And, you know, that's compounded year after year. Actually, I approached John Nardone, a accountant that we had together.
Yeah.
And I approached him on that topic. And I told him, yo, my man, but you know, Windows International, this is part of my company. This is my partnership. I need to see some paperwork. And you know what? The accountant told me, oh, no, you know, I'm not going to show you any paperwork. You got to call Edwin. Edwin and those told me, if you come, let's have, you know, to call them so I could see paperwork for my own company. I'm like, holy shit. Y esos tigres estaban facturando, ya tú sabes, ¿no? Como tú no te imaginas.
Entonces ahora, all right, so we, you know, like I said, you know, él vino aquí, dijo su versión, tú estás aquí. So what happens next? Because now tú estás. Oh, by the way, I gotta ask you, why did you put a fat dude in the group? Why did you try to emulate?
That guy was my piano player, Ivan, the guy that's there now.
Yeah.
Pianita.
But
pianita. Shout out to Ivan.
But he does he does resemble like Pickles a little bit.
Because he's the only one from all the guys that could hit that high note. He just happened to be fat. he's not fat. He's chunky.
I mean, you know, porque yo vi el tipo y dije, yo vi la entrevista y dije, coño, pero va acá, pero este tipo se parece a
no, porque imagínate, ni el tamborero, ni el guinero. El único que da esa voz aguda es el gordito. So I'm like, hey, you know what?
Then I saw in DR you had an interview there where in Mañanero, and I saw you had un morenito there. He was part of your group.
Yeah, that he's a good kid, bro.
Yeah.
That guy is really talented.
So could it be said that you tried to make Fulanito rebuild it into looking like the original Fulanito? Morenito, un gordito.
That was the concept of the original group. It was to have una variación de todo el mundo. It wasn't that I'm trying to recreate anything. It was like, we can't have everybody looking beautiful like me. You know, you got to have everybody, uno blanco, uno negro, uno amarillo, uno rojo. You got to give all the flavors, you know?
Yeah.
And it happened to be.
I mean, but listen, I'm going to keep it real again. Bro. That was a good strategy.
Listen, how it went down, I own the shit. I'm gonna do what I think is right.
Mira, y lo que yo le dije a él, and I told him that day when I talked to him, I said, si él te pone la pila and he outmarkets you, he could probably, you know, because again, I see what you're doing. Tú tienes el concepto de los cuatro tigres con la gorra, okay. He makes a valid point that it is a little outdated as far as the hats and whatever. Fine. Right? Because we all seen that already. We want to see something different. Fine. But you have a lot of elements that you could potentially. So I see what you did because tú cogiste un morenito, un gordito, try to put, you know, and now the other thing is that he said the other day que no todo necesita un acordeón para hacer un palo. Right? La novela, which is your biggest hit, I think, didn't have an accordion.
No, it didn't. But
Chillando Goma didn't have an accordion.
No, that absolutely not. But what is he insinuating with that?
He's saying
the biggest three records all have accordion. So he's trying to say that the accordion is not as valid as what?
Well, no, he's saying that that the accordion wasn't necessary to make a hit. Now, did you guys make the hit when your father came in, de Guayando el Cepillo, and of course. Pero lo que él dice, mira, when we play a novela, he goes, look, that didn't have an accordion. Then I played Chillando Goma. That didn't have an accordion. Then there was another record that you guys did. It was another record.
There's a lot of them.
You did sin el acordeón. He goes, look, that one didn't have an accordion. That was a hit. So, yo creo como que él dice que tú te agarras de que every hit record needs an accordion y que el típico y que la vaina, and you and your dad brought that into the mix, pero que él sigue haciendo música, pero sin acordeón, right? Él hizo un tema ahí que él lo grabó, él lo puso aquí y no tiene acordeón. So yo le dije a él, yo, wouldn't it be fucking dope if you and Winston got together and you remix this record and you put that flavor, that accordion, and he was okay with it. In fact, he even gave you props on the whole band thing. Let me play the audio real quick. You know, are you willing to do something that with? Are you willing to work with Winston again?
Well, you know, I like what he's doing band-wise. At least he's he's really doing his thing with the band. Back in the days, he didn't get involved that much. You know, maybe if he did, we probably taking it somewhere else.
Yeah.
But like now, he's putting in that work with the band and rehearsing and all that shit. You know, we could probably take Fulanito to the next step, him rocking the band thing and me bringing it live. That could happen. Like me, my thing, I'm into logic. Logically, I think that would work.
Ahí está. So
he makes a valid point, but again, I'm gonna keep moving forward how I see fit. I'm not going by what he says because his word is not bond.
Yeah.
You understand? His word to me doesn't mean shit.
Yeah. So
doesn't mean shit.
Lo tuyo es los actos. Lo tuyo es lo que se hizo, el daño que se hizo, las intenciones.
Not really, freak out. One thing is, I'm always going to choose my family over him. And I don't think he understands that. That my dad doesn't stay behind, ever.
Yeah.
Like the way he did to my dad one time while we travel, when we traveled to Colombia. My dad usually used to take a cab and meet us in the airport, right? So in JFK. So it was a big show. It was actually Miss Colombia or something like that. And I wasn't, I used to tell Dad, here, look, here's some money. Just take a cab and meet us in the airport. So everything was fine. I get to the airport. All the guys are at the airport. The whole band is in the airport. But my father's not at the airport. And I turned to Dose and Edwin and I said, yo, where's my pops? We're about to board. Oh, no, yo, forget it. No, your dad is not coming on this trip. And I was like, what do you mean my father's not coming on this trip? This is the biggest show in Colombia. No, my bad. It wasn't Miss Colombia. It was, that was another one. It was Festival de Vallenato.
Mm.
That is big, bro. That in Colombia is humongous. You cannot go to that festival without your accordion player. That's why they took us there, because of my father and the accordion and everything. So Dose and Edwin decided that he's unimportant and he doesn't have to travel to Colombia to the accordion festival of the year. My dad cannot go because.
And my question is, like, who was gonna take his place? And if your dad didn't go, who was gonna perform there?
They told me, we're just going to get there, do a couple of songs, and run right back because we got some shows in Chicago, wherever the hell we were. So I was like, holy shit, they're going to kill us. Those people, they need to see the accordion guy. My dad is a star, man. My dad, although he doesn't consider my dad a star, my dad is a star in the eyes of many. He's a star. He's the accordion player that played Guayando and Cepillo. Like, it doesn't sink in that it's important. It's imperative that we have this master of the accordion with us at all time. It didn't sink in his head. He thought that he was the lead vocalist and that was good enough. You understand? So let me continue. So when we get to Colombia, right away, we go inside this tunnel where they have pictures, these big posters of accordion players of every year going back to the 50s. ¿Tú me entiendes? They do this campeonato thing, y el campeón, they choose a champion, and his picture goes up. So we're walking in this tunnel, and there's the accordion player from 1957. There's the one from 1960. Everyone with an accordion, and I'm like, holy shit, we're about to, they're going to kill us here. Nos van a picar.
Yeah.
And they still didn't get it. No, esto es una promoción, vámonos de aquí. Yo, when we stepped on that stage, bro, they started screaming, y ahora Fulanito, Guayando. The CD starts to play. We start dancing. The crowd goes wild.
Now, did you guys go?
And after a while, they're like, where's the accordion player? Yo, freak out. I felt it. That was the day that Fulanito changed forever, bro.
Mm.
Because there was so many cameras there. That was televised around the world and everything. And we looked it like a track act. In Colombia, they don't play that shit. You better go up there with a fucking band and they better sound good and the vocals gotta be right, everything gotta be right. Colombians do not fuck around when it comes to that
no,
shit.
El colombiano es muy con su música, su acordeón y su vaina. Ellos no, si no ven es como el dominicano. Si ellos no ven un acordeonista ahí, ellos, they don't validate it. They're like, wait a minute, something's missing over here. Yeah, I get it.
That was the biggest fuck up that I'm gonna say we, because we were still together, was not bring my dad for that festival, el Festival de Vallenato. That I noticed the crowd, they even started walking away. And even all of us, we were like, what the fuck? I said, yo, maybe that's it. Maybe it's over. Fulanito's dead. I don't know. I don't know what happened. What happened was that they decided that my dad wasn't important and they didn't bring him on that trip. That's what happened.
Now, according to Verdugo, he's saying that was a track show. That wasn't a live band show.
Bueno, that day, at least if you would have had the accordion, the main damn instrument, everybody would have forgave you because they would have seen the same master accordion with the same Fulanito accordion, and they would have seen the same guys. It would have been, they got an accordion, that's all that mattered. But since they were greedy and, they were kind of intimidated that my dad was getting asked all the questions at one time. And, he even told me one time, there's a magazine that I got that has all the 5 guys, and then my dad has the accordion like this. Dose one time comes up to me and tells me, yo, listen, do me a favor. Tell your dad not to get in any pictures because he's making us look like un grupo grupero de esos mexicanos. Dose told me that shit. Like, bro, do you understand? That's my dad, my nigga. You tell him, you saying that shit about my fucking father, bro?
Yeah.
Bro, that's where I lost respect for him, bro. I was like, what a piece of you-know-what, bro. Being married to his daughter, he's telling his son to to go in the back, to not wear white. Remember we used to wear white?
Yeah.
My dad used to wear white too. So he told me, tell your dad, he got to wear black. He got to step back. I approached him in Miami and I told him, yeah, motherfucker, you remember that day? And what he said? Oh, I never said that. Yes, you did, bro. Yes, you fucking did. And that was one of the reasons that I blew up. I was like, yeah, I can't with this motherfucker, bro.
Damn.
I can't.
All right.
And that was really the end, because I was still trying and people were still trying. Freak out. My nigga Rafi Chantiao, you know Chantiao, Rafi?
No, I don't know him.
Well, he's a very close friend of ours, and he's been with us for a long time, and he knows a lot of people. He had a very beautiful tour one time with Johnny Ventura. I think it was Johnny Ventura, Sergio Vargas, and Villalona, and he wanted us to get back together to get on that tour. And I was like, Rafi, I'm down. Everybody was down. Pickles was down to get back together, a big reunion, everything. Dose was down to get back together. Guess who messed that up? Mr. Verdugo Entertainment, Edwin Vargas.
Oh, shit.
He came in and said, no, my brother doesn't need any of those guys, whatever. Rafi was like, yo,
I need a drink. Oh my God. Yeah. So how do you feel? How do you feel? People are asking, están en los comentarios ahí, están comentando y preguntando. Para los que están preguntando, estamos conversando aquí con Winston de La Rosa. Winston de La Rosa, a.k.a. el científico, es el co-creador de Fulanito. Y él, junto con Dose, el morenito, hicieron el grupo, formaron el grupo que nosotros, los fanáticos, conocemos como Fulanito. Así que para los que no saben quién es él, o están preguntando, ya tienen ahí por lo menos un conocimiento. Y él está aquí haciendo sus declaraciones y sus comentarios para que el mundo sepa, and we have this documented story, even though this story has been told a lot of times, and you have said this story in different interviews, but my nigga, this is the New York version. I know you've done the interviews in Ecuador and Colombia, and you done Típico Head and all this shit, my nigga, but this is Acapella. This is the New York edition, and we're gonna talk this shit. We're gonna talk it. We're gonna talk it New York style. So I get it. At the end of the day, what happens now? He is putting out music as Fulanito. You're putting out music as Fulanito. In fact, let me see if I find that record that you have, and we'll play that shit here. Why not? Because we played everybody else's shit here. So, but you're putting out music. Let me play this joint right here.
Que siga la fiesta. Con el grupo más famoso de la tierra. Fulanito. Hoy yo voy por ti, espérame afuera. Quiero bailar pegado a tu cadera. Mi cuerpo pide rumbo y gozadera. Vamos a guayar, vamos a pedir la noche entera.
You got accordion in this joint, right? I hear the accordion in the background.
That's my brother, my big brother Joe, that plays the accordion because my dad retired. My dad is not playing accordion anymore.
Nice.
And
Good for
that's
him, man.
the master, Al Cover, the master, Al Cover on the vocals with me, along with the production. Peace, Al Cover.
Yeah, let me play the other joint real quick too. Let me play the other joint.
Dale.
Maestro Arsenio de La Rosa, cocinando cosas sabrosas con el grupo
Shit's pretty hot, bro.
That's my father.
Yo, that shit is pretty dope, man. I like this one better than the other one. I gotta be honest. I'm a straight shooter.
That was a track that I showed Dose, and he rejected from back in the days because he needed to work with other producers, and tough luck.
Yeah. I mean, listen, man, it's pretty sad. Let me reconnect to Instagram real quick. Ya se desconectó el live otra vez ahí. Déjame reconectarlo de un pronto aquí. But yeah, I mean, this is really good stuff, man. And I feel that it's
you haven't heard a lot of what
it was necessary. Right? I feel that it was necessary to document this because
they like I told you before, they did a campaign to eliminate me and to shut me out of the Fulanito history, and it didn't work for them because basically I did my thing. I went, I learned how to defend myself, and now they got to suffer the consequences.
Yeah, and now you're going everywhere as Fulanito. You're doing your thing as Fulanito.
Yeah, you could hire me. Go to @Fulanito on Twitter, on Instagram, on SoundCloud, wherever you want. Fulanito, no Fulanito oficial, Fulanito el tercero y el otro. Fulanito. You go there, and we're gonna hook you up with a beautiful show.
Yeah. I mean, and how do you feel now? Them also performing. Now, okay, so all right, we just reconnected to Instagram right now. I mean, this is oh my God, this is great. I mean, I think that we.
¿A ti te gusta el bochinche?
No, a mí no me gusta el bochinche. A mí lo que me gusta es aclarar la vaina. Por lo menos hablar con
I understand.
My dream would have been have all of you on the same time, but no se dio la vaina. Ellos no quisieron, pero. And it is what it is. I mean, I know you would not have been afraid to be on it with nobody, but these guys, they have their opinions, and they didn't want to do things, and I have to respect it. Pickles, I'm sorry that you canceled on me. If you want, mi puerta está abierta. You could come on and say your version, pero como tú decidiste no hacerlo, tranquilo, tú ves, seguimos hablando. So anyway, so now, okay, Winston. So now, okay. So tú ahora estás haciendo música. Now, when the album comes out, ¿qué va a decir en la carátula? Fulanito, with the same logo, everything.
Yes, absolutely. I own it.
And he can put out music with the same thing, the same logo, everything.
He can put it out. We're going to see which one is better and let the fans decide, because a lot of people really don't care. Like all this stuff that we're talking, there's people that do care. Los promotores, shout out to all the promotores, all the DJs, producers, engineers, everybody. But really, the fans don't care. They want a good record to dance to a las 3 de la mañana cuando están encendidos con una jevita. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So this is for us, the technical side. But it's good, and I appreciate you, my brother, that you gave me the chance because they go around a lot, man. They go around a lot, and they tell people that I'm not real, that I'm fake, and that they're going to sue and yada, yada. Y, tratan de dañarme la vaina y, it is what it is, man. But, they're wasting their time, bro. I don't know. I think they're starting to get it now that they can't keep up forever, because what else do I got to prove? Not really much because I've been everywhere, all the big stages, and I'm still going to keep going,
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think that there was a lot of confusion in the terms of you not being able to tell your side, because I never heard your side, and I heard it in other interviews, but it wasn't as detailed as this. And I like I said, I do appreciate you coming on and doing it. And somebody was like, "No, he's not gonna come on." I'm like, so I do appreciate you doing it, because listen, everybody has a side, and there's your side, my side, and the truth. That's what people say, right? And so you're speaking your truth right now, and people are in the comments. They're in the comments. And shout out to Elvin. I also invited Elvin, and he declined the invitation. He kind of told me he was going to do it, and he said, no, whatever. Cool. It's all good. But at least you come on here and you speak your truth. And whether they are on the comments disagreeing or not, then it's whatever. It is what it is, all right, so now you're gonna put out new records. You're gonna tour as Fulanito. Will there be another I guess let me ask you what I asked him. In all fairness, si se presenta la oportunidad de que ustedes puedan conversar, hash out whatever you had to hash out, okay? Todos los fuck yous se sacan del medio, right? Will you entertain a collaboration again with you, Dose, and I don't know if the original members, but let's say just you and him, because honestly, you and Dose are Fulanito. That's just, you are Fulanito. That's his, is what it is.
Excuse me, did you ever see the original contract? I sent it to you, right?
Yes.
What does it say there? Fulanito, the artist,
yeah,
known as Winston and Rafael.
Yeah.
They were the original Fulanito. It was a duo, like I said, but,
yeah. So, si te presenta la oportunidad de tú y Dose reunirse, make some great music. Say, you know what? Let's just do this. Let's figure out how we're going to get paid para que no haya malos entendimientos, para que no haga esto. Because you and him have a fantastic formula, bro. You have a fantastic formula. Y eso es lo que yo le explico a veces a otros artistas que vinieron aquí, como Fragancia y que si yo quién y que aquel que el otro. And I'm like, listen, man, it's all beautiful. You guys all doing your thing and you splitting the bag. It's all great. But you can have a bigger bag if you put together this group and you all work together. And listen, as much as I love La Novela, and I love Chillando Goma, and I love all the other records that don't have the accordion, I'm going to keep it real, bro. The accordion made Guayando. El Cepillo. Right? So I think if I had to recount, and you can disagree with me if you want, if I had to recount your biggest hits, is Guayando, Cepillo, La Novela. My top three.
And Sa Sa Sa.
And Sa Sa Sa. Okay. So, Guayando, Cepillo, La Nevera, Sa Sa Sa, right? And, wait, Sa Sa Sa, which is what? That's the one they bootleg? But, all right, well, I mean, that was yours, but technically not yours.
No, we get royalties, though.
I know you do, but I'm saying.
Shout out to Oscar and Grupo Climax.
So the shit that you guys did together, you and Those manufactured in the factory.
Right.
Guayando, Cepillo y La Novela is in my top three, in my personal top three. Si todo el mundo quiere comentar ahí en los comentarios, what's your top three, Fulanito? Go right ahead. What is your top three, Fulanito? I actually want to see what people say in the comments. Pero que si se presenta esa oportunidad, will you work with him again?
It's business, never personal, man. The money talks in my eyes, Plus, at the end of the day, his two daughters have my DNA and his DNA. You get what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
So there's going to be family forever. But there's an issue. There's a big issue. And that issue is his brother Edwin, Verdugo Entertainment. That he's the one that doesn't want us to get together. And he doesn't want the other guys to get together. You know why? Because we're going to cut him out. We're going to get him off stage. He's not going to be manager. He's going to go somewhere else. And he doesn't want that. He wants to be there. He wants to share the spotlight with his brother. And that's a big no-no for me. I'm not working with Edwin. Like, for instance, there's, DJ Smalls, shout out to DJ Smalls.
Yes.
DJ Smalls a couple of years ago called me and told me, hey, listen, I'm doing the 5 o'clock mix anniversary in Madison Square Garden. It was going to be, imagínate, la vaina del año, right? This was 3-4 years ago. So he calls me. I tell him, hell yeah, let's do it. He calls Pickles. He's like, let's go. He calls Elvin. He calls all the guys. Let's go. He calls Dose. Dose is like, metemos mano. ¿Qué pasa? Se mete Edwin. No, espérate. Time. And DJ Smalls tells me that Edwin said that my brother is not working with those guys. If you want Fulanito, book my brother. His brother Edwin said that. After Dose already confirmed, like, yo, let's go, let's do it. This shit's going to be dope. That's when I believe more or less Aventura did that reunion thing.
Yeah.
Más o menos en ese tiempo, Smalls was like, oh shit, let me think quick. Let me get these motherfuckers. They're in the same situation. This is going to be big. ¿Quién dañó eso? El dañino, Edwin Vargas, alia Verdugo Entertainment. So if you do the same thing, freak out, it's going to happen again. His brother's going to step in and say, no, all of them are worthless. My brother's Fulanito. And lo va a dañar otra vez.
Damn.
In my opinion, it's going to happen again.
I mean, listen, it's like I said, I asked him, and if for you, since you say your name, you is not personal with you, so
business, my brother.
I mean, look, with that being said, which is a great segue to this, let me see if I play this. He played. Was it this one? I think it was this one. Let me see if I play this one real quick. He's got a new record, and I told him, yo, you should put Winston on this, and get his father or his brother, put the accordion, get the Winston magic formula on here, and it probably could be another hit. Look at this. I mean, this shit is pretty dope. It is
whack.
You don't like
That's
it?
Pretty dope.
Damn.
That's a fake accordion, bro. What's he trying to? He's faking.
He said it doesn't have an accordion on it though. He said now.
That shit is whack, nigga. That shit got that whack fucking Yamaha accordion.
Ay, Dios mío.
Eso como un flow chino. What the hell is that, bro?
What about the other one? What about he got? All right, so let me hear. Did you hear? No, let's see. This one is whack to you.
Guayando. Ahora sí es verdad que la cosa tan buena aquí. Gozadera total. Adelante. Hagan bulla, aquí hay party. Move your body, everybody. Mi gente mía, latino el mundo.
Bueno, at least you getting paid. At least you getting half of this though.
Oh, God, I don't want it. You could keep it, bro.
Pues mándamelo a mí. Hey, Dose and Edwin, mándame. Cuando lleguen esos cheques de ASCAP, por favor me lo mandan a mí.
Oye, yo conozco unos viejitos en una iglesia que tocan mejor que eso. He should use those guys, bro.
Wow. So
that's just sound like crap, bro.
Yeah. So I mean, listen, you're a straight shooter, bro. You know, so
yes. He probably right now is like, oh shit, I got to go into vocal because that's how it used to be with him.
Wow.
Like, no, G, hámelo bien o no lo haga. Así, militar. That's how those records. Think about it. Listen to Guayano, the original, and Cepillo. Them shits are like that, nigga. Ba, 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 ba. Eso es dando y dando like that. And that was that me and him together. Even my dad, too, was like, no, aquí no falla una nota. Aquí no falla nadie, whatever. That was the attitude. Like right there, he's just like, let's put it together to throw it out. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I listen, I think the records are pretty cool. I told him the other day, I said, listen, if you was to put the accordion sound in this, and it's not just the accordion, I think it's also what you bring to the table. I think you guys, ustedes dos juntos tienen buena química. Y eso, la prueba está en el éxito que ustedes tuvieron. Because that's just a fact.
Uptown, yeah.
You can touch, you know.
Bronx and the uptown grimy shit. He doesn't have that no more. He went to Florida, he got soft, bro. He don't go. He's not uptown grinding and throwing a couple of punches on somebody. ¿Tú me entiendes? El agresivo no está ahí. That shit's not there.
Yeah. I mean, let me look. I mean, just I guess to bring everybody back real quick. I mean, let's just play some of the amazing records one of the most amazing records you guys recorded. Let's play. Oh, sorry, my volume is low. But Let me put this shit up. But I mean, this is an amazing record that you did together. I mean, this one.
Mira, agarra a tu mujer.
There's that Johnny Famolari sample right there, right? That's the one.
It's here. Look, this is the floppy disk.
Cepilla, cepilla, cepilla lo fuerte. Cepilla, 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 cepilla. Fulanito, presente.
So yeah, so somebody was saying that their top three was actually top four. It was Guayando, El Cepillo, La Novela, y Cállate.
Cállate was a great record.
Cállate was
that record was done with Lisa M. That's Lisa M on the vocals, and my girl Jersey.
Yeah. So that. So eso son. Let's actually go to that one real quick. I mean,
Columna on the trumpet.
If you're just connecting, we're talking to Winston de La Rosa, aka El Científico Acapella Podcast.
Fulanito style. Come on. All right.
This is an amazing record, bro. These drums right here. I mean, this is an amazing record, man. So, I mean, was that let me see that. Go back to that.
That was Lao Lao.
That's la novela?
No, play Lao Lao. Play that.
Oh, Lao Lao. Holy shit, that was good, man.
That was a big record in South America.
Let's find that shit. Lao Lao?
Yeah. That shit had people going crazy, bro. At one time in Colombia, we had Guayando, Cepillo, La Novela, and Lao Lao. Like number 1, 2, 3, and 4, bro. I got all that shit, bro. All the acapellas, all the.
You got all that? You got all that shit?
Hell yeah, bro.
You should put out some I mean, look. You even had a reggaeton. Take It Off.
Yes, that was done by DJ Hafi Mercenario.
Yeah. So I mean, listen, man. You know, you guys had a lot of dope hits, man. And yo lo que como fanático, al final del día, y todas las personas que están conectadas aquí como fanáticos, si un día ustedes tienen la oportunidad, porque no sé si se presentará, pero si un día tienen la oportunidad de juntarse, hablar, sacar todas las cosas al medio, yo sé que tú y Verdugo Entertainment no van a hacer buena química, ellos lo van a sacar de la vaina, por eso él no quiere que se ponga. Eso es lo que dices tú. Pero I think that ustedes dos, con el éxito que tuvieron, you guys can recreate this, bro. I think that, and music, we need it. The culture needs it right now. And he again, he says that he's doing all his thing. He's traveling. He's doing all his shit. And so are you. You're doing your thing. And you could probably still do it together, separately. But if you do something together, I don't know. I'm just throwing a shot in the air, bro. Fuck it.
Mm-hmm. Bueno, el egoísmo rompe el saco, loco. And that's the first thing that, he gotta bring that down, bring that tone down, bro. He's not in his mind. It's like, holy shit, it's all him. It's him. Obviously not, bro. If I'm going around with the same name and charging 50% of the ASCAPs and all.
Yeah, I mean, listen. I mean, I think the whole theme of all these interviews, it all boils down to this record right here. Hold on. I like this record too, bro. I mean, this is another great record, man.
Suelta eso, aguayar con tu cuerpo pa' que brille la hebilla como pan caliente y mantequilla con todos los hierros.
Shit is so fire, bro. I don't know, man. I think you could take that Johnny Famolari sample one more time. put together.
Have to bring him on.
Coño, bro. Y'all gonna give Johnny a check or what? Like, yo, you gotta give Johnny a check,
Aldo,
bro.
I think Aldo blessed him.
Coño, then like que sea algo, Johnny. Buy him a new fucking iPhone 11 or some shit, bro. Shout out to Johnny Famolari, bro. Johnny's my guy, bro. Johnny's my
and
boy.
Nori Cotto too, man. That was Nori and Johnny were the first two DJs to play Fulanito. That's history. That cannot change.
Yeah, you know, and it's funny that those was talking about that the other day that Johnny and Nori were the first ones to break not just Fulanito, they broke a lot of groups in New York. Now, okay, now shifting over from the drama, ya que se está calmando la vaina ya no estamos calmando ya. Now that you're doing music and stuff like that, you know, and you see where the urban stuff. I ask this question to everybody. You see where the urban is at right now. It's rocking, dembow, reggaetón. Está rompiendo la vaina ahora. ¿Qué tú crees que le falta a Nueva York con la música tropical? ¿Qué es lo que tú crees que...? Porque artista y talento existe. Like, they're here. The talent is here. Now, what do you think they need?
It needs another Fulanito, the same formula. Some kids that are young and hungry that have that culture from both sides, that have the American culture and the Dominican culture, and appreciate lo merengue antiguo, because those kids are not listening to, you know, the older merengueros. They're not. They don't like that shit.
Yeah.
And there's a good reason why they don't like it, because the radio is not playing any of the old stuff. If they do, they play it late night, and they're out. The young guys, I see it all the time. You know, you live in the tri-state.
Yeah.
Oh, esos tigres tienen un sistemón en los carros y lo que tocan es dembow y reggaetón y todo eso. They gotta start playing merengue in the streets, man. Oh, there's a couple, but really, like, por mayor, they gotta get into it. And I gotta be honest, it's what Dose said, man. They have to have that backing. They have to have the production. They gotta have some young, cool guys. You know, it has to be hip and now, and they gotta talk about the subjects of today.
Yeah.
You know, of the streets of New York.
I agree, bro. I
disagree. One thing that Dose said was that everything is dark and everything. Yo, listen, you obviously you haven't been in New York for a while, because everything is dark in New York, bro, and in DR too. That shit is straight up. You know what I mean? But there's a ways to doing it. Like, you know, I disagree again with him when he said that que no hay merenguero. Yes, they are, bro. There's Omega, the king of all that shit. Mm-hmm. Omega. Shout out to Chelaco. There's Alajasa. There's you know, a bunch of guys that are doing it.
El Sujeto's doing really well.
Sujeto's, forget it. There's a bunch of guys that are kicking ass, bro.
Yeah.
You know, and they're just not being funded, I think, like the reggaeton guys. Those guys, you see the reggaeton videos. Those shits are like $1 million videos, bro.
Yeah.
So merengues the merengueros are not getting that love financially. I'm pretty sure if I would have had $1 billion, I'll make merengue pop. You know?
Yeah.
Because they don't have endless funds to tú no quieres tocar eso. Okay, mira, here's 10 G's. Ahora tócame esa mierda. You know? But I don't see that. I don't see the fun.
I agree, bro. Yo pienso de que, I think that if Fulanito revolucionó lo que era ese merengue típico with the urban stuff cuando nadie se lo esperaba. It came out of nowhere. It was oh shit, what the fuck? Accordion and this guy's rapping, like, it came out of, it was fresh.
It was look, Dose was at his peak. My father was at his peak and I was at my peak.
Yeah.
So it has to be the three cogs: the vocal, the production, and the mean if it's not accordion, then the mean piano player or something to show.
No, that accordion, bro. That accordion was key, bro. That accordion. I mean, like, listen, I you know, and I love those, and but I had to disagree there. I know La Novela was huge, pero que Guayando el Cepillo was even huge too. Like, it was equally. I mean, I know it was a bigger record number wise, and wherever you guys went, but what really got people to turn their heads on some, like, it was Guayando.
Well, according to the publishing statements that I get, Guayando is the biggest record. Yeah. So he's lying when he says that it's not. It's not. La Novela comes in like third.
Yeah.
After it's Guayando that pays the most, always every quarter. Cepillo and Cepillo and Sasa like there. And then the fourth is like Novela, then everything else.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
I agree.
Definitely that accordion, especially the Guayando accordion, is phenomenal.
Yeah.
And plus, remember, El Padrino, bro.
That was a great record too.
Track like El Padrino. There's none. You know, the way he wrote it, I got to give him his props for that, the whole theme. But that was me that brought that to the table. I actually recorded it with a quick story. I recorded that song, El Padrino. Me and my dad, we did it with the theme of The Godfather.
Yeah.
That was the original accordion that I had. And Dose was rapping at it. Yo,
no, it was like, era una combinación perfecta. Ustedes, eso sin discutirlo. Bueno, yo espero de que algún día ustedes se reúnan, se hablen, conversen, and the fans will get maybe another album. Who knows, bro? Like I said, you know, anything is possible. You know, like you say, you're definitely
Get rid of Edwin, and we'll talk.
Damn.
I'll drink to that.
Coño, let me have a shot to that one, bro. Shit.
Oh, shit.
Verdugo Entertainment. Ay, hablo. Ha cogido golpe aquí en este chat, Verdugo.
Yo, bastante golpe que me ha dado a mí.
Oh my God. Verdugo ha cogido pela aquí hoy. Pero nada, tranquilo. Eso es parte de la conversación y del diálogo. Uno conversa y vaina. And that's what we do this for, bro. You know.
Hey, all the fans, everybody has to understand that is business, never personal. That's it. It's all about the money, the cheddar. I'm not doing anything anymore out of love, bro. You understand? Yeah. My love is with the
money and the paperwork and the lawyers.
That's it, man. Period.
Yeah.
You got it.
Yeah. All right, Winston, bro. I'm out of questions, bro. Ya me desahogué.
I gotta say, my brother, thank you so much, man, for letting me, you know, talk all my craziness. I know a lot of people are like, what the hell? Who is this guy?
Yeah.
But I proved to you, right? Yo soy el bodeguero. Yo tengo todos los recibos. Yo soy el bodeguero. And the minute that Smalls, thanks to DJ Smalls for kind of introducing my side of the story to you, because I know you were calling the other guys, but, you know, the other guys have a lot of great stories too. But Fulanito, really Fulanito is Dose and I that started it, and the other guys contributed. You know, they deserve to talk their piece as well.
Yeah.
Now, you know, if they want to, if they don't.
No, it's okay, man. Listen, listen, as far as I'm concerned, if Pickles wants to come on, cool. But as far as I'm concerned, ya la historia fue contada de las dos personas clave y las dos personas principales en el grupo, que eran tú y eran Rafael Vargas Dose. So, as far as I'm concerned, you guys were the two main guys. This story could not have been told without you or without him. So,
and without my father.
Yes. At the end of the day, it is what it is. You know, like my doors are always open. If they want to come and talk, that's cool. But I'm not asking them anymore. So it's all good.
And I appreciate what you do. I looked at the other podcast, and bro, it was missing, bro. It was missing.
Yeah. Thank you, bro. Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no, thank you. But we're like I said, we're just trying to keep, como te dije, it's unfortunate sometimes that esta conversación aquí, we had to have them because, you know, things didn't work out or whatever, but it's cool. But at the same time, you know, you saw how I started asking you, how did you get started? How did your father influence you? It's the history of the stuff too. Yes, the shit happened. There was drama, didn't work out, whatever. And then we came back down to a low and said, let's talk about the current state of music, what you feel que la música tropical necesita hoy, que necesita another Fulanito. And it's true. Si ahora mismo sale otro grupo así que revoluciona,
acaba con todo.
Rompen.
Que no, oye, que no sea reggaetón, que no sea dembow, que no sea trap. Dime tú, y sale una vaina heavy duty con 5 tigueritos, con cuadritos y vaina, los abdominales, looking fucking crazy, singing perfect key, y una maldita orquesta atrás. Oye, te digo otra historia. It'll be the Rat Pack with Sinatra all over again. You know?
Yeah. No, but my brother, listen, man, ya no te quito más tu tiempo. Yeah, we've been on here almost 3 hours. And
for real?
For real, bro. For real.
No, I got to plug my man, Gordo Rock and Saucy Extracts.
Mira, tú estás promocionando vaina en mi vaina ya. Oye, tú estás promocionando vaina en mi vaina. Ahora voy a llamar yo.
Oye, rompiendo por fat forever.
Ahora voy yo a llamar ahora. Voy a llamar yo ahora a mi abogado. Mira, ahora el dueño del nombre soy yo ahora también. Oh, my God. My brother, thank you so much, man. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Winston de La Rosa, a.k.a. Científico, co-creator, Fulanito. Amazing.
Peace. I love you guys.
Thank you, bro.
Acapella.